Striker Scorpion 82 is now sponsored by Warhammer Combat Cards, a card battle game featuring your favourite Citadel miniatures from the 40k universe. Build your army decks, dominate opponents in player versus player action, collect and upgrade cards to fit your strategy, improve their power and unlock unique traits. Choose from all 40k factions, take part in campaigns based on iconic 40k battles, rise to the top of the leaderboard and win glory. Free to download and play, link is in the video description below or on the channel homepage, and by using the unique link it helps support the channel. Thanks and enjoy the game. Right, welcome to another episode of Warhammer 40,000. It's 2,000 points, challenge the Scorpion. It is the forces of chaos that will collide across this desert terrain. The Death Guard Chaos Space Marines versus the Thousand Suns. Alright, so 2,000 points here in this challenge the Scorpion game. Two Chaos Legions will take each other on. Patrick Darling has returned with his Death Guard Chaos Space Marines, and then I'm going to run my Thousand Suns list here. Not too much of an adjustment for these for Chapter Approved 2019. A few upgrades I've paid out. Maybe planning to add some a couple of units as I adjust the army later on, but for now I've just upgraded a few units here just to bring them up close to the 2,000 points mark. So the Army's Battle Forged, it's a battalion detachment and also a Supreme Command detachment as well. So 9 command points, less 1 because I've taken 2 relics in this list. So 8 command points in total. So the Supreme Command detachment, first of all, made up of 3 Exalted Sorcerers, one of them on the disc. They've been given nicknames here just so you can tell which one's which. There's Beak here, the one with the beak. They've all got Warp Flame pistols and the staves for them. Disco Inferno, it's the one on the disc. Armed the same, but just on the disc. And this one here, Chicken Wing, the one with the feathers on his arm, is the 3rd Exalted Sorcerer. So powers, I'll run through all the psychic powers in just a moment for the entire army. There's a good spread of them here for this Thousand Suns list. And for troops I've got 3 units of Zangors. I've upgraded each of them to take a Brayhorn, so +1 to their advanced moves and charge moves as well. And they're all armed with the Zangor blades, so the AP -1 close combat weapons for them. 3 units of 10. And then the 4th Troops choice here, it's 10 Rubic Marines, there's 2 Warp Flamers in the list, an Icon of Flame. The squad leader has a stave and a Warp Flame pistol. There is a Soul Reaper cannon in the squad also. Then 2 units of Elite Scarab Occult Terminators. Each of those squads, the squad leader has the stave, all armed with the Inferno Combi Bolters. This one, Power Swords, this one has Power Sword and Soul Reaper cannon. And then the one just here has the Combi Bolter, Power Sword, and also the Hellfire Missile Rack as well. They're all on the same 2 units of 5. And then for heavy support, there's 3 Mauler Fiends, all with the Lasher Tendrils and the Mauler Fiend Fist. So 1, 2, 3 of those. And Araman is in the list here on his disc of Zinch. And then finally, a Demon Prince here with the twin Malefic Talons. And he has wings as well, so he can fly also. So that's the list. Psychic powers, there is a very large spread of them here. So Gaze of Fate taken for the Demon Prince, Zinch's Firestorm, and Doombolt taken for one on each of these Terminator squads. Ahriman has Infernal Gateway, Gift of Chaos, and Treason of Tzeentch. Weaver of Fates for the squad leader of the Rubric Marines. Glamour of Tzeentch and Infernal Gaze for Beaker. Chicken Wing has Prescience and Temporal Manipulation, and then Disco has Diabolic Strength and Warp Time available for him as well. But that's the list here for the Thousand Suns, quite elite. There's screening units here. The key for this list is keeping these psychers alive with their 5+ unmodified rolls for Smite, and also the extended 6-inch range and all the psychic powers as well. Quite potent in the psychic phase here. That's the key for this list as they take on another Chaos Legion in this Challenger Scorpion game. So at this stage, I'll just mention the patrons, Marcus Anthony, Paul Cook, and Coldress123. So thanks to them for their support at gold level. You can check out those supporting at silver level in the end credits of the video. And thanks also to those supporting at bronze. It's just a Patreon page I've set up for our local Wargames club at SSWG, and all the proceeds and donations go directly to the club to help them put together some great terrain projects that we see in our videos. So that's the list here for the Thousand Suns. We'll take a look and see now what the Death Guard have in their list. Alright, so 2,000 points here. Patrick Darling has returned, I think backed by popular demand on the channel here, with his nautical themed Death Guard Chaos Space Marine lists. Now, maybe we're playing on the sand here, maybe it's the beach. They've come up out of the sea and they're moving across the beach here, moving in to this beachside town, coming up to cause trouble. So that's the kind of theme we've got developing here. And the Thousand Suns have perhaps marched from the desert to try and meet them here in this fight. It's a good narrative here, good theme building up for this game already. But we'll let Patrick run through his list before he does his Wargames Club. Big, isn't it? Bristol Independent Gaming. You can check them out. They'll have a Facebook page or Instagram.
They have a website and a Facebook page, I believe.
Website, okay. I'll link that in the video below. But if you're in the Bristol area, then you can check them out for games of all sorts, isn't there? 40K and all different gaming systems. Okay, so that's big, Bristol Independent Gaming.
Okay, so this is my 2,000 point army of Death Guard, known as the Drowned Plague. It is battle forged, of course, for 3 command points here, and we've got two detachments. First one is a battalion. 5 command points there, so 2 HQs. First off, the man himself. This is Gargle Rot Deep, Swallower of Filth, Bringer of the Rotten Tide, and Drowned Demon Prince of Nurgle. That's right, he is a Demon Prince equipped with twin Malefic Talons. He's the Warlord. His Warlord trait is Revoltingly Resilient, which gives him +1 to his Disgustingly Resilient rolls. And he also takes the Relic, the Suppurating Plate, which gives him a 2-up save. And any successful saves he makes in the fight phase, he can roll a dice, and on a 4-up, it causes a mortal wound. We've also got Typhus, Herald of the Plague God, or as he's known in this army, Lord Commander Tidus. So he gives Poxwalkers within 7 inches +1 to their strength and toughness. And he also has an ability called Nurgle's Gift. So all units within 7 are affected by that, and enemy units that start my turn within an inch of those units, on a 4-up, they can cause a mortal wound. Troops choices, we've got 1, 2, 3 lovely groups of 20 Poxwalkers, and over here Sergeant Barnacle and his lads. That's 7 Plague Marines. Sarge takes a Power Fist and a Plasma Gun, and we've got 1, 2 Blight Launchers and 4 Bolt Guns, and they're all got Plague Knives, of course. Elite's choices, this is Tolman Surge, the Noxious Blightbringer. So friendly units within 7 can roll 2 dice when advancing, keeping the highest, and enemy units within 7 get -1 to their leadership. He'll also take the Relic, the Fugaris Helm, for an extra command point, which will give him an extra 3 inches to those buffs. Then over here, this is Scribus Drench, the Tallyman. Friendly units within 7 can re-roll failed hits in the fight phase, and if I spend command points to use a Death Guard specific stratagem, I roll 2 dice, and if I score exactly a 7, I can get those command points refunded.
Okay, cool.
And then over here, this is Sejet Spew, the good doctor and plague surgeon. So friendly units within 3 inches of him can re-roll Disgustingly Resilient rolls of 1, so long as they're infantry, and he gets +1 to hit and wound against Adeptus Astartes, but that's not going to help us today. And then fast attack, we've got a unit of 3 Mephitic Blight Haulers, so this acts as a unit. They've got crack missiles, multi-melters, and biospurt assault weapon. They're full of buffs, these. They're -1 to hit in the fight phase. When there's 3 of them, they get +1 to their hit rolls. Each one gives off a 7-inch bubble of cover for infantry models. And also, sorry I forgot, they don't suffer the penalty for moving and firing heavy weapons. And then a heavy support choice, we've got a Plague Burst Crawler, it's got Plague Mortar, Heavy Slugger, and 2 Plague Spitters which start at strength 7. I should also mention Death Guard, they get inexorable advance, which means they don't suffer the penalty for moving and firing heavy weapons or advancing and firing assault weapons. This is infantry, and they rapid fire at range 18. Last detachment we got is a outright detachment. That is 1, 2, 3 Photic Bloat Drones, all with Plague Spitters, start at strength 6. And the latest addition to the army, which is another Demon Prince. This is Gurgle-Grime, the spawn of Gargorot. He's got twin malefic talons, and I've also paid the points to give him wings, which is represented by these hordes of flies which are dragging him around by the chains. And that's the army.
All right, so that's the list here. Psychic powers, you were going to mention some of these. Demon Prince will have one.
Prince here has Gurgle-Grime will take Plague Wind, Gargorot, Miasma of Pestilence, and Tidus will have Putrescent Vitality and Blades of Putrefaction. I've lost this card, but I'm just
using that one. Okay, a lot of psychic powers in this game. So that's the new addition to the army. Perhaps zoom in and take a look at that. And there's another trick here as well. You show them the claw. I don't think we showed everyone the claw last time. This is a real claw from a real crab. It's been, so that's been added on, cleaned up, varnished multiple times, painted up to match in, just to tie the whole army in with this nautical theme going on. Nice addition there. Great looking force, very strong theme here for this nautical Death Guard list. So there's the new addition to the army, just zooming in so you can see him. This is the Demon Prince. You can see all the tentacles painted up here and the flies that are dragging him along by these chains.
The model is from Rogue Trader, I believe.
Oh, right, okay. That's one of the Rogue Trader models. There's the conversions added on. All right, so that's the list. Nice themed game, this one. Looking forward to this encounter. Not sure how it's going to go. 2 Chaos Legions taking each other on, but vastly different in style. From the fluff, apparently these 2 sides don't get on particularly well. Chaos Legions always bickering and fighting amongst each other. Not like the Space Marines always get on just fine. No, not really. Okay, all right. So we'll go on to scenario and deployment now for this mission. Alright, so we have a mission here. It's been purely randomised. We've gone to Chapter Approved 2018 for this mission here. It's Maelstrom Reward Decapitation Strike is the name of the mission. So 6 tactical objectives on the board. Patrick won the roll-off and is elected to go in this corner here. It's Vanguard Strikes. It's a diagonal deployment. The edge of his deployment zone marked by these orange dice. The red line of dice marking the centre of the board. And the Thousand Suns deployment zone just marked by James's Ultramarine dice actually here at the across the other side of the board. So objectives on the table. There's a good spread of them around here, just along the halfway line between the 2 sides is objective number 4. Objective number 3 is in no man's land as well. Patrick has objective number 6 just tucked in his deployment zone. And then quite close next to this well is objective number 1. Then just outside the Thousand Suns deployment zone is objective number 5. And then just inside their deployment zone here is objective number 2. So a good spread, nice even spread of the objectives across the board. First Blood, Slay the Warlord, and First Strike, Slay the Warlord, and Linebreaker all available in this mission. Players are drawing 3 tactical objectives each turn. They can hold up to 6. And then the special rules here, Decapitation Strikes, it's to do with characters that are on the table. So if you kill a character, you randomly remove one of the active tactical objectives. If the Warlord is slain, D3 active cards are removed. So there's no points picked up for killing characters, but it does disrupt the ability to achieve tactical objectives during the game. I have 5 characters in the list, and Patrick has 6 in his army. So that's the mission. We have a scenario lined up here. The tide's coming in, Thousand Suns marching in across from the desert, and these 2 armies will collide here across this terrain. We'll go on to deployment now for these 2 armies. So the battle mat that we're using in this game, it's by GameMat.eu. It's one of their desert mats, rolls out 6x4 in size. And then we just placed the terrain on top, and I've just used a bucket of sand here just to blend the whole thing in, some palm trees as well for our club. The terrain that you see here, this whole desert walls and buildings set here, and then also these as well, these containers, they're all from GameMat.eu as well, so they make pre-painted terrain that you can use in your games of 40k as well. But check them out, it's GameMat.eu for your supplies of battle mats and terrain. Alright, so deployment's complete for both sides. Thousand Suns had to deploy their force in its entirety first. Do have some reserves. Terminators have gone into reserve, and I paid a command point to put the Rubric Marines into reserve also. So this is the forces that are on the board. So Mauler on the left, in the middle and on the right hand side, unit of Zangors here, and then 2 units of Zangors on this, or one in the middle and then one on the left hand side. Dim Prince at the back, and a cluster of Psychers here as well. Araman, Disco Inferno, Beaker and Chicken Wing. Just to mention relics, so Chicken Wing is carrying Helm of the Third Eye, so on a 5+, whenever I use a stratagem or the opponent does, we gain a command point. Obviously that's limited now with limits of command. I think the rule's called now, but we can't regain more than 1 command point per turn. And then here, the Dim Prince has the Dark Matter Crystal, so he can select himself or another infantry unit within range, and they can deep strike across the board, and they can land as long as they're more than 9 inches away from enemy models. Okay, so that's deployment done for the Thousand Suns here. Aggressive from them. They've deployed right up to the edge of their deployment zone on a wide front, not knowing how the Death Guard would deploy. Patrick's deployed some inches back, about 6 inches back, just aware that the Mauler could get a turn 1 charge if warp time goes off. So just as a precaution here, anticipating the Thousand Suns will go first, because we'll probably choose to go first, so he's deployed just slightly back here. So Poxwalkers as the screening units here, 1 unit on the left, 1 on the right, and 1 making sure they cover at the back. Then the bloat drones, 2 here, 1 next to objective number 6. The Plague Burst Crawler on the right hand side, Demon Prince here, the main Demon Prince, Gargle Rot, got his name, okay, so he's there on the left, ready with his claw. Then the Blight Haulers on the left hand side, the 7 Plague Marines, Tidus, the Tallyman, the Noxious Blightbringer here, and the Surgeon next to him. Alright, so that's all of the deployment done. Similar to the Thousand Suns here, a cluster of characters in the centre of the Death Guard deployment here. Alright, so deployment's complete now for both sides. It's a refined strategy in this game. So each of us has dropped 6 cards from our tactical objectives deck, and the cards have been shuffled and ready to go. Alright, so deployment's complete. I think we're ready to go. Thousand Suns, we will elect to go first. I think it's wise, so Patrick can roll if he wants to try and seize the initiative, which he does. And he's rolled a 6, so he's going to get to go first here. Alright, interesting twist here in this game. We're looking forward to this, to see 2 Chaos Legions collide here on the Desert Sands, but it will be the forces of the Death Guard Chaos Space Marines that will go first. We'll go on to their turn 1 coming up next. so it looks like movement's almost complete. Just a few Poxwalkers to move up here. The rest of the army, the Tide, has moved across the board here. So advanced moves being made by the Poxwalkers, moving ahead, and just a general advance from all of these units surging forwards here, straight towards the Thousand Suns battle line. So pushing up this direction with the Blight Haulers. The drones moving up, 2 of them here. The imprints pushing through as well. Did move with this at the end, shifting it, the Plague Burst Crawler shifting it to the left, and then keeping the Poxwalkers around it just to protect from any deep strikers coming in trying to charge. Dim Prince, the other one, it's an offspring of him. Has shifted to the right across this direction with one of the drones, and the cluster of characters here in the Plague Marines just in front. Cards have been drawn here. So defend objective number 6, that's excellent. That is the objective that's at the back there for the Death Guard, just next to the Plague Burst Crawler. So Patrick can start to defend that. Scour the Skies. Units that can fly, that would be my Demon Prince, Disco Inferno, and Araman. Those are targets that can be destroyed by that. Or that card can be used for them. And then secure objective number 5, which is some distance away. It's just here, just outside the Thousand Suns deployment zone. So that's movement complete. There is a bit of banging and crashing going on today. It's next door doing some building work. A couple of Ork mechs in their workshop making some noise. But we'll press on and film on anyway, and just forgive us for any hammering and other building sounds coming through, but it should be okay. We'll go on to Psychic Phase next here for the Death Guard. So we're on Psychic Phase. Both sides want to play aggressive, but got to be cautious at the same time. Patrick comes hurtling towards us, the Mauler Fiends and Zangles can move in. If we go straight towards the Death Guard, they have units that can counter the Demon Princes and so on. So both sides need to time it just right if they are going to go for the assault here. But a couple of powers out of range. And either going to... Smite's going to be out of range at this stage.
Smite's out of range. Plague Wind is out of range. We're going to put Typhus first. Put Putrescent Vitality on this squad of Poxwalkers at the front here.
Okay, Putrescent Vitality.
Which is 6.
Which goes off on an 8. I don't think I'm in range to block. No, I'm miles away here.
And Blades of Putrefaction on them as well.
Okay, here comes the second power. Goes off on a 9. Okay, so that's gone off. Both powers have been manifested. And that's it for Psychic Phase?
Almost. One more.
One more, okay.
Miasma of Pestilence, just deciding where to put that.
Right, okay. Miasma of Pestilence, it's going to go here.
Yeah.
Onto this squad. Difficult choice which one to protect, but here it comes.
Needs a 6.
Needs a 6, got a 6. Alright, so Psychic Phase complete. All the powers that Patrick wanted to manifest have gone off. We'll go on to the Shooting Phase next, and there should be a fair bit here for the Death Guard. So I haven't played Prepared Positions. We've got a 5+ Invuln save anyway. The cover wouldn't help these, so... because they just use their 5+ Invuln save anyway, so I've not used the 2 command points for that. Still got 7 left here for the Thousand Suns, and Patrick is sitting on 8 still at this stage. Okay, so it's the Blight Haulers are going to fire into this Mauler Fiend just here. Now, I've played against Patrick before. Their firepower is pretty good. So, first weapon option.
So 2 of them are in range.
Yeah, one Melter's not in range here, so...
So hitting on 3s because there's 3 of them in the squad, and rerolling 1s for Demon Prince. Rerolling 1s.
Okay, just the 1 hit comes through.
You've got 5 up invuln save, haven't you?
Yeah, so you roll into wound here on a 3+ of your strength 8 with toughness 7. There's a 5 goes through, using the Tau dice. They are his own dice here, but they're just like my Tau dice. Here we go, 5+ to block here. An Invuln save. Yeah, I do spend command points quick. Yeah, we'll go for it here. Here we go. 5+ to block. No. 5+ to keep it. Yes, with Helm of the Third Eye, so that remains.
And it's D6 damage.
It's just the 1.
Which I'm going to spend a command point to roll that.
Here it comes.
Oh.
4, it's better. Okay, so down to 8 wounds left. And then 3 crack shots here.
3s. Oops.
1's missed, but there's a 1 which can be re-rolled. Oh, it's not too good here. Okay, 3's to wound though. No, on a 2, and command re-roll's been used up. Alright, just 4 wounds caused in total there on the Mauler Fiend. Right, blasphemous machines being played here onto the Plague Burst Crawler. That means it will negate the -1 to the hit rolls for moving.
As a Death Guard stratagem, so on a 7 I can keep that because of the timer.
Okay.
No.
No. Alright, so it doesn't have the entropy cannons. No, it's the flamer options there. So just the mortar as an option and then the heavy slugger as well. Slugger's going to go into the Zangors and then the mortar's going to go into the Mauler Fiend here.
Mortar is D6.
2. Okay. 4s for hits.
4s for hits. Rerolling 1s.
There's 1 on a 6 here.
No.
And no, okay. 3's to wound again. It's strength 8.
Yeah.
Does wound. It's -2, yeah. Not saved. Would have been saved if we'd paid for cover. D3 damage, yeah. Just the 1. Alright, down to 7 wounds here. Mauler Fiend's got off quite lightly here. For this turn at least. And then the heavy slugger.
Yes.
So in 4s.
Rerolling
1s again, yeah. We're toughness 4. We're strength 5. 3's to wound. 2 wounds, and then we'll take a 5+ invuln save. Double 6 from the Blue Chickens. Well done. They have survived that firepower coming through. Any other firepower across the board?
Marines are out of range.
Yes, we've already checked that. That's the Blight launchers out of range. The shots falling to about here. And
Anticipating not getting the first turn.
yes. So I think looking around, that's going to be it. No charges to take place. That is the end of turn 1 here for the Death Guard Chaos Space Marines. Not too much damage coming through at this stage, but still the tide has a long way to go before it's fully in. Thousand Suns will draw their cards and make some decisions with them. Obviously, if cards come up, we need to go after objectives. May well have to play aggressively, but we'll see which way the cards are drawn. Then we can make a decision from there as these two sides weigh each other up here at this stage. I'm not sure how to deal with each other at this point. Still much action to come here. Turn 1 coming up next for the Thousand Suns. Alright, so movement's complete here for the Thousand Suns. Priority orders received. So secure objective number 5. That's this objective here. The Demon Prince has moved across, but he hasn't reached it yet, but should be able to pick that up next turn. Hold the line. So these 3 sorcerers, Beaker, Chicken Wing, and Airman have held back right up to the edge of their deployment zone just to pick up that for this turn. And then Kingslayer. So your Warlord is Gargle Rot, the big Demon Prince. Okay, so we've got to try and kill the big thing here, which is appropriate, I think. A good objective to go after, but I don't think we're going to achieve it this turn. So the line surged ahead, advanced moves being made for all of these units, apart from this Mauler Fiend just here, might be able to get warp time off on that one if we want to go for the charge. Half tempted to hold back, but we may stick it in. We've restored a wound automatically with Demon Forge, so wound automatically restored at the start of the turn. Might be able to put some more wounds back on as well with Temporal Manipulation. Swinging around, rolled a 6 here, it's nice and quick. 16 inches moved with that one, 2 inches moved extra here. It's a 12-inch move from this smaller fiend, and that is movement complete. We'll go now on to Psychic Phase here for the Thousand Suns. We'll see what powers we can manifest. So we'll do Gaze of Fate on the Demon Prince first of all. That gets us a quite an 11. So it's the only power you can try and deny. We've measured up, so Patrick may as well roll up, needing a double 6. No. Not too bad an attempt, but no, right, so that's gone off. That just gives me a reroll to use at some point this turn. Right, so go to Aaron, just one power in play, that's Smite. So we'll go against the almost called them Zangors, Poxwalkers. So roll up here, needing a 5, goes off on a 6, 7, 8 here. It can't be denied, so it's going to be D3 mortal wounds. He causes 3, and of course this disgustingly resilient here. And that 1 can be re-rolled. No, alright, so 3 Poxwalkers fried here from Ahriman's Smite capability. Alright, so Beacon next to Infernal Gaze against the Poxwalkers, they're just about in range. So 6, it goes off on a 5, 3 dice and even 4s. God, there it is. Okay, so 3 more disgustingly resilient rolls. It's quite potent here for the Thousand Suns. No, that 1 can be re-rolled. Yes, 1 has been blocked, but 2 more Poxwalkers brought down from that squad of 20, and then we'll go for Smite as our second power from him. Yes, because the other power is Glamorous Inch. Yeah, so we'll go for Smite. Goes off on a 6. It's needing a 5 here, and it's D3 mortal wounds. Just the 1 this time. So another 5+ to block. Block this time. Okay. Okay, next one, chicken wing. Temporal manipulation. See if we can get this to go off here. 7. I'll just check. I think that does go off. Yes, a 6. Yep. So D3 wounds restored onto the Mauler Fiend. Just the one. So pushing it up to a 9. Be half tempted to come on reroll that, but we'll leave it here at this stage. And then we'll go for Smite once again. No, I'll use Mind Gaze of Fate now. That turns it into a successful Smite. And it is just the 1 mortal wound coming through and a 5+ to block. Again, blocked. Well done. You're back onto your above average now for Death Guard players. We're disgustingly resilient. All right, still more psychic powers to go, but I think these 3 here have finished. He's finished. So it's actually just Disco Inferno left. Let's see if he can get the party started. Okay, so we're going to play Diabolic Strength next onto the Mauler Fiend. It's a 6 required. Goes off on a 10. Okay, so that can go on to him. We're trying to soup him up, getting ready to charge in. We'll go for Warp Time next. Diabolic Strength is on him. I'm going to send him into the chart. Send him in here. We'll try and have a go at this. So we're going to play Cabalistic Focus, so 1 command point. That'll give us +2 to the result here for Warp Time. No, 7. And Warp Time is a 6. So it does go off. Okay, thanks to the card actually for Cabalistic Focus. All right, so we're going to get to move the Mauler Fiend again, and it will be able to charge. All right, so yes, I've actually moved 10 inches in this direction, putting him behind the building. So the plan, a bit of a dastardly plan here, but we're now hidden from these Blight Haulers. The idea is if we charge around, I might be able to reach them and declare them as a charge, possibly if we roll high enough. It's going to be difficult, but at least gives us some kind of chance of trying to reach those Blight Haulers. Possibly. Okay, turns, or the psychic phase is now finished. Here's no other psychic powers to manifest. Shooting phase, I don't think there's anything to fire with here for Thousand Suns at all. All the heavy infantry are off the board at this stage, so we'll immediately go on to charges and Overwatch next. All right, yeah, he's well hidden. No Overwatch here, so I'm going to roll up the charge. I'm going to declare against the Poxwalker unit and against the Blight Haulers. It's a 10. That's pretty good here. We're going to get some measurements here, but I think the Mauler Fiend is definitely going to contact the Poxwalkers, and if we're clever enough, might be able to swing around with the pile-in and reach the Blight Haulers as well. All right, just off camera, I command rerolled there, but we'd measured up. A 10-inch charge was good. It wasn't good enough. I needed a 5 to try and reach these after the pile-in. Haven't done it, rolled a 1. So he's actually gone back a bit further here. So it's only the Poxwalkers, but almost made it into contact with these. Would love to have got stuck into them, but the chance has been lost here. But still, we get to fight against these Poxwalkers here, so we'll resolve this combat next. Okay, so all we've done here, pile-in move's been made. I reckon when we can... after consolidation move's done, we can swing our back end around here and make contact with these. But we'll go on with the attacks here. So 6 attacks needing 4s. This is with the fists. Rerolling these 2. And this one here for Demon Forge. So yeah, it's called Demon Forge. And then we'll take these 5, needing 2s to wound, because strength 16, because with strength 6 plus 2, then times 2 for the fists. So we'll reroll this one. And that makes it through. Okay, so 5. 8 minus 3, and it's going to go straight onto Disgustingly Resilient. It's 3 damage at a time, so I'll roll these up. Should get through here. That's 1, 2, and the 3rd one. Yeah, 4th one. Triple 1, which is re-rollable, yes. No, and the last one here. Yep, okay, so 5 Poxwalkers gone so far. We'll do Lash of Tendrils next. Reroll of these. Demon Forge has really helped out here. 3s to wound this time, because you're currently at toughness 5 with these. Yeah, they've all wounded again. This is damage 2 for each of these here. So Patrick will roll up in pairs to try and block. First one, no. Double 1, which is re-rollable. Yes, blocked. There you block 1. Almost blocked that one, and did block that one. Okay, so would have been 10. It's 8 Poxwalkers brought down. Alright, so the 8 casualties taken here have been removed from play. We've since swung around and we have made contact with these. That's tapped them out. Patrick will get some free attacks with these against the Mauler Fiend to try and cause some damage. And the Poxwalkers can pile in if you wish. They can make some attacks also. But job done here, causing casualties on the Poxwalkers, and then the vital bit, making contact with these to try and prevent some firepower from them next turn. But Mauler Fiend's doing its job here, just disrupting the battle lines here of this Death Guard force. Yes, 4 attacks coming. Patrick wants to keep the bubble running here, so he has to string these models out, so not much movement taking place as the Poxwalkers fight back. So 4 attacks from them.
Hitting on 4s, because it's still 1, 2, 3. No,
there's less than 10.
Now.
Okay, 5s for hits.
But it's re-rollable because of the tallyman. Yeah.
2 hits come through. Strength on these
So
now?
5.
Okay, be 5s to win them.
5 to win, +1 for Blades of Putrefaction.
Okay,
4s.
4s to win.
Yeah.
No, okay. Not plague weapons on these? No, okay. And then these have since made a piling move. 1 extra model here can fight, so those 2 can attack back here against the Mauler Fiend.
3 attacks each, +1 for Hateful Assault.
Yeah, you do get it, because I did declare the charge against them, so...
Hit on 4s, and it's re-rollable. On... No, it's not, because it's way over there.
Yep. 3.
26.
5s to wound. Well done. 3 wounds have come through.
1.
Okay, interesting. It's -2. So 5 pluses, none.
There's 1 damage each.
1 damage each, alright. So we dropped down to 6. It's scary, I thought it might have been D3. So 1 damage at a time coming through, down to 6 wounds left on the Mauler Fiend. Okay, so finished. You can make a further consolidation move. Might want to edge those along a little bit. I'm probably going to pull out next turn with them. But that'll end the turn here. We'll trade in some cards now for the Thousand Sons at the end of their turn. Patrick, you get this now. That's 2 turns. Yeah. So defend 6 has now been achieved. So 2 points picked up here for the Death Guard. So that one has been achieved. And then we get hold the line and secure 5. So we pick up 2 as well. And we'll hang on to Kingslayers. No need to drop it at this stage. Yeah, no, it's the Warlord that has to secure 5. It can't be a regular unit. So that one's still in play. We'll keep those 2, not going to drop them. Turn's finished. Morale's not going to be an issue for the Poxwalkers. So the turn is now over. We'll go on to the second turn now for the Death Guard here. Really, these 2 sides haven't collided yet at this stage. So we'll see what Patrick decides to do with his nautical themed list. We'll go on to turn 2 now for the Death Guard Chaos Space Marines. Alright, so movement is complete here for the Death Guard. Continue to press ahead, but no panic with them. A steady advance from them at this stage. The drones have made some very good advance rolls, going 10 inches plus an advance. The 2 of them up on top here now, trying to escape the grip of the Mauler Fiends potentially, and this one on top of the building also. Then pulling out of combat here with the Blight Haulers. Poxwalkers, Patrick has elected to keep those in to try and tie the Mauler Fiend down. This squad swung around the back here to protect these units from deep strikers coming in, and the group of characters and the Plague Marines pushing ahead with the screen of Poxwalkers just in front of them. Demon Prince with wings. I was going to say it's flown. It's floated across in this direction, headed over to the left-hand flank. Cards have been drawn. So, secure objective number 5 is still in play. That's held by the Thousand Suns at the moment. Scour the skies. That's destroying units that can fly. So, secure objective number 4. That's here on this flank. Kingslayer. Now, slay the Warlord, which is my Demon Prince, and then Blood and Guts, which is destroying units in close combat. So that's the cards that are in play here. We can hold up to 6 in a turn, so all those cards can remain in play potentially until they're fulfilled. Movement is complete. We'll go now on to the psychic phase next. Alright, so Plague wins the first power to go off. It's coming from here onto the squad.
That's right,
it's just that. It goes off an 11. We'll try and block with Ahriman. He is just about within range. And he fails. He rolls a 7, plus 1 is 8, so it's not gone through.
10 in the squad?
Yes, 10 Zangals, yeah, fresh squad.
So 6s will be the mortal wound.
There's 1. Okay, so 1 Zangal gone. Remove from play. I'll just mark it up for morale. Yeah. Okay, Blades of Putrefaction, and then Putrescent Vitality is going to go on to those. That's coming from Titus himself.
Both of those are going on the front squad of Poxwalkers.
Okay.
Leeds needs a 5.
Oh, perils.
But I will keep it. D3 mortal wounds. Just need
3 mortal wounds. You can use your disgustingly resilient rolls to try and block.
And we're near the doctor, so...
No, alright. 2 mortal wounds on Titus. The power does go off.
And then Putrescent Vitality.
Yeah, next one coming through.
Needs a 6.
Needs a 6.
Hold it. I'm going to spend a command point and reroll that.
Okay, I think he wants this one to go through here. Aware that we can 7. We'll try and block with Ahriman if he's in range. If not, it'll be the Demon Prince.
Worse.
Worse, yeah. Demon Prince here, just a regular denial. 7. You got a 7, so we haven't blocked it. Try and come on here. What's this power grant to you?
Plus 1 to strength and toughness.
Oh, just strength and toughness. Come on, reroll for that. I must save. No, I'm going to stop spending, and we'll leave it at that. I'm not going to come on reroll here. So that goes off. Yep. All right. So we're all sorted for command points. Both of us on 5 here at this point in the game.
And Miasma of Pestilence on the little squad of Poxwalkers.
Okay, here it comes. Miasma of Pestilence onto the small squad.
Needs a 6. Nope.
Okay, so that doesn't go off. Okay. And Nurgle's Gift, when do you get to use that?
That was at the start of the turn, so we rolled that up.
You did put it wound, yeah.
Wall
of Faint, okay, so that's all sorted. So Wall of Faint's now down to 5. Yeah, 5 wounds left on him.
Is that a bracket?
Oh, yeah, in a bracket now, yeah, starting on 12, yeah, so he's in a bracket here.
So shooting phase.
Right, okay, psychic phase is finished. Shooting phase coming up next. All right, shooting phase. Helm of the Third Eye being used. Yes, we get a command point back, so we'll take that back to 6, because Patrick has just played Veterans of the Long War. Onto the Plague Marines here. They're going to offload their shots into the Mortal Just plus 1 to wound, isn't it, for that?
It is, yeah.
Okay, useful enough against vehicles.
So we've got 1, 2, 3, 4 bolt guns.
So here come the bolter shots here.
We're getting on 3s.
Rerolling 1s for anybody? Yeah, no rerolls available. The Dim Prince is too far away.
Bit of a blunder there.
Okay, and then you'll be looking for 4s to wound. 4 wounded, good roll. No minus on the AP. 3 up saves. Blocked all of them apart from 1. 1 wound taken, down to 11 left. Blight launchers next.
Yep.
4 shots for them.
We've got 3s.
And it's still going to be 4s to wound, but it'll be minus 2 when they come through. 2 come through. That's good rolls to wound that. 5 pluses to block. Block 1.
D3.
D3. 3 taken. Alright, so down to 8. Going to risk it. Okay, Sergeant's going to fire and he's going to overcharge. There's a 1, and 1 dice has gone on the floor. So we'll get a roll here, a reroll on this one. So 5 rolled here, that's fine. Got a command reroll available? Yeah, okay, it's going to have to be spent, I think, to keep the Sergeant alive. It's gone under a Poxwalker, it is a 4. Okay, actually turned into 2 hits.
Which are now wounded on 2s.
Oh, yes, strength 7. So strength 8, isn't it, on overcharge? Yes, it is 2. So yeah, it's 2 wounds to come through. I'll take a 5+ invuln save. Blocked 1, 2 more wounds taken. Invuln saves helped out a bit, but down to 6 wounds, half destroyed. That puts us in a bracket on this smaller fiend as well. 7 required, just to try and keep that stratagem. And we'll put a marker on there to show the damage on the smaller fiend. Okay, so that's the infantry squad has fired. So got the Plague Burst Crawler still to fire. Yep. The Blight Haulers pulled out of combat, so they can't shoot, crucially, this turn. And then we've got the Bloat drones to shoot as well. Okay, so here it comes. Everything's going into the Mauler Fiend from the Plague Burst Crawler.
Slugger first. Hit on 4s because he hasn't moved.
Hasn't moved this turn.
Reroll once with Demon Prince. So that's 2 hits.
5's to wound.
Oh.
No, okay. The Mortar.
D6.
3, slightly better than last turn. 4's for hits here. 2 hits come through. 3's to wound. Yes, 2 wounds come through. -2. 5 ups. Oh, 2 5s. Just what we needed. Alright, blocked here. Mauler Fiend's proving difficult to root out here at this stage. All 3 of them still alive, but 2 of them quite seriously damaged at this point. So, range 12 on these.
9 for the Flamers.
9 for the Flamers. Going to go into the Zangor squad if he's in range, which he is. Yeah, quite comfortably.
So it's 2d6.
Okay. And it's auto hits, isn't it? 11. Good roll.
Auto hits, yeah. Strength 6.
Yeah, 3's to wound.
Reroll 1s for a plague weapon.
That's helped a little bit. Alright, so there's a fair few here. All we can call upon here is our invuln save, but this squad's going to be seriously hurt here. That is 8. Alright, so 5 pluses to try and help. It's not bad. Say 5. Got it. Okay, so 3 casualties taken. Not going to complain about that at all. So 1, 2, 3 removed. That's a total of 4 casualties on them. Okay, so there's 2 more left. There's this one here and there's one on the other tower. Patrick's going to go into the other squad. That's this one firing down. Yeah. 7 hits. These are a nightmare. I had to deal with these the last time we played. They're hard to get rid of. Difficult to charge because of the Overwatch. And here come a load of wounds. Another 6. This squad's in trouble now. Just save 1. That squad's been halved. Now 5 destroyed here. That's a very good result. Excellent for clearing screens. Difficult to get rid of, as drones are very useful. Now the next squad.
Shoot this one.
Going into here. Okay, picking on the Zangors here, going after all 3 squads.
8 shots.
Yeah, 8 hits. Coming through here. 3's to wound. And there's a load more again. Oh boy, it's another 6. Yeah, it looks good, but there's only 2 have been blocked. So 3 casualties from here. Take those ones. Yeah, apologies. 4 casualties taken. Alright, so that's the situation here then. 4 casualties on this squad, 5 casualties taken here, 4 casualties taken here. So Zangors look quite strong here at the start of the turn, but now Patrick's almost wiped half of them out. So it's the smell of burnt chicken coupled with a crabby, fishy smell as well. So you wouldn't want to be on this battlefield. It stinks here. The 2 putrefying smells are mixing together here. But that's what happens when the forces of chaos collide. Okay, so shooting is finished. Charges and Overwatch. Yes. It'll be interesting to see what Patrick decides to do. We'll let him make his charges. Do some Overwatch here if there's any. I don't think it's going to be much. But he's clearing some cards. Then we may well see some charges take place as these 2 sides are virtually ready to smash into each other in the centre of the board. Alright, so charges are taking place. Poxwalkers have gone in. Command reroll was required, turning the charge into a 9. Patrick's just doing his piling move, getting ready to assault with these next. And then an attempted charge here from the Demon Prince of Wings, but failed to make contact with the Mauler Fiend. Alright, so not too many combats here to do, but Poxwalkers fighting away against Mauler Fiends at this stage. Right, 7's used or needed there to regain a command point. Veterans of the Long War has been played onto Poxwalkers. How privileged they must feel here to have that stratagem played on them. I can't try and regain. I've already regained a command point this battle round. So piling move's been made, so you can calculate your number of attacks. It's probably going to be quite a lot here. Alright, so 32 attacks in total. There's a stack of bonuses here, so let's get this right. So what are you on to hit first of all?
So we're To hit, we're hitting all 4s because there's more than 10 in the squad, and we're re-rolling failed hits because of the tallyman.
Because of the tallyman? Very good indeed.
Snipers has got them to toughness and strength 4.
Yes.
Plus up to strength and toughness 5, protest and vitality.
Yes.
So we wounds and you on 5s, but then plus 1 because of blades, wounds and you on 4s, and then plus 1 again for
Veterans of Long War.
On 3s.
Okay. Very good combination here. Poxwalkers have turned into super Poxwalkers here. 4s for hits. And it's all re-rollable. This smaller thing's going to die. This is a nasty combo going on here.
All that is re-rollable.
Yeah, Mauler can't survive this. There's a tiny orange dice. A mini one. They breed. 3s to wound.
So he shrank in the wash.
Okay, here come the wounds.
To wounds.
And any kind of re-rolls here?
Oh, I wish, but no.
No, alright, okay. But there's going to be a ton of wounds here. Mauler could survive. Maybe. 12 saves to make. The odds are we should survive, but a bad roll here and we will be brought down.
4 ups here.
3 ups.
3 up.
Yeah, 3 up armour save.
Oh, no.
All of them, except 1.
Seems like a waste now.
Party's been ruined here by that score. Should have lost a lot more wounds here, but a cracking score there to keep them all alive. We're in our damage bracket here, so we're going to lose an attack. Our strength goes down as well, but I think we still keep the 4+ to hit in close combat. So now you can pick a combat, so it will be Poxwalkers across the other side to fight next. Just 4 attacks here.
5s. And it's re-rollable. Tallyman.
Alright, you've kept them strung out all the way towards the tallyman. Yeah, so they can be re-rolled. So just the 1. Oh, 4s for hits, is it?
No, sorry, 5s.
Yeah, just the 1.
5s to wound. No.
No wound coming through. Alright, so we can attack back with either or. We'll go with this one first of all. So 3 attacks. We were charged for Hateful Assault, so we get 1. And that's it for him. But then we'll do Lash of Tendrils in just a moment. 4s for hits. No reroll ones available. No one's nearby to help out. Will be 2 wounds. Yeah, the 2 wounds come through. So 3 damage at a time here on Poxwalkers. Try and bring a few of these down. Almost blocked that one.
Surgeon is by.
Oh, the surgeon's done it. Okay. And the other one. Alright, just 1 Poxwalker brought down. Lash of Tendrils next. 4 hits. 3s to wound. We're at strength 5.
Yeah.
Yes. 2. Your toughness 4, toughness 5.
Toughness 5.
Yeah, toughness 5. Okay, it's just the 1 comes through. Because we're fighting at strength 5 for the Lash of Tendrils. So 2 disgusting resilient. Yeah, so 5+ is almost. Alright, 1 more Poxwalker brought down. Long way to go. Only killed 2 of them. So across here, 3 attacks. No real ones available. 1 wound. 3 disgusting resilience to roll for that. Any vibes? Almost. Okay, so 1 gone. Then Lash of Tendrils. Wish we had a sorcerer nearby to help out, but no. 2 wounds do come through. So pairs of dice now, even 5+ to block.
No.
No, and then again. No. Alright, so 2 more Poxwalkers gone. So 4 left in that Poxwalker squad just over there. Turn is now finished. I've got some morale to do for sure. Patrick, no, Poxwalker should be fine for morale. And then cards to trade in. Any cards, objectives picked up here. So
No. Nothing.
nothing this turn. Any you can discard?
Yeah, I'm going to get rid of.
Yeah, secure 4 is going to be dropped, which is this objective across just over here on the Thousand Suns right hand flank. Okay, so we'll get morale resolved and we'll finish the turn. Yeah, morale resolved. Lost 1 more from this squad and lost 2 more from this squad just here. So morale resolved. Zangul's half of them, less than half of them now left on the board, but they're doing their job, just providing a screen here. But they have taken heavy casualties from these floating drones. Okay, so end of turn. Cards have all been traded in. We'll go on to the second turn now. For the Thousand Suns, we'll draw 3 more cards and decide what to do here. Numbers are being depleted, but crucially, it's our sorcerers remaining alive. We'll see if they can start to make an impact on the game. They've been held back, most of them, for Hold the Line, but now they're free, potentially, to move off and start using their powers across the board. And remember, our heavy infantry yet to arrive. 2 units of Terminators and the Rubric Marines to land on the board. Also, we'll go on to turn 2 now for the Thousand Suns. Okay, so we're on turn 2 here for the Thousand Suns cards. Then secure objective 5, that has to be done by the Demon Prince, which he has done. Here, King Slayer, that's Slay Garglerot, the big Demon Prince there for the Death Guard. Defend objective number 5, so big incentive to get on top of that. That can be any unit that achieves that one. Area denial, so no, the centre of the board is being controlled by these drones at the moment. And then Ritual Slaughter, destroy 9 enemy models. So maybe we'll have to sacrifice 9 of the Poxwalkers here, and that'll help us pick up that objective. So, movement complete. Our reserves have arrived here. So, Mauler Fiend, wound restored, continuing to fight on in close combat. Zangor's going to try and join in the fight here. So, this unit's moved through. So too is this unit from the middle. Dim Prince has moved across. The Rubric Marines have turned up to shield the Sorcerer characters just here. And then around this side, the Terminators have turned up. Both units just over 9 inches away from the Plague Marines here. Disco Inferno's turned up here, so we moved him across and advanced in this direction. Then we played Dark Matter Crystal on him at the end of the movement phase and Deep Striked him in just here. So he's moved from one side of the table to the next. He's there just to help grant reroll 1s in the shooting phase for him. Then across here, Mauler Fiend has gone around 10. This one's regained a wound and stayed in close combat, and then we're going to sit on this objective for now, just tucked away with the Zangors, despite the drone floating on top of that building. So movement is complete. We'll go now on to Psychic phase next here for the Thousand Suns on turn 2. Alright, so we'll start with the Demon Prince here. So Gaze of Fate first of all. Start off with that one. Goes off on a 10. So that just gives him my reroll for the turn. And then we'll go for Smite with him as his second power. That goes off on an 8. That'll be D3 mortal wounds on the Poxwalkers. There's 3. So 3 disgustingly resilient rolls to make here. 1. Alright, so 2 Poxwalkers gone. The ritual has begun. Alright, so we've got a power here. Weaver of Fates. This is from the Rubric Marines who've just come on. 6 to make that go off. That does. So that will give them +1 to their invuln save. So they can now boast a 4+ invuln save to protect them. So Chicken Wing next will grant prescience to the Rubric Marines. That's +1 to their hit rolls. Need a 7. That goes off on a 10. So remember, Patrick can try and deny at some point. It's a tough score. They're going to need 11 to block that one. There's a stack of other powers to come. He's going to let that one go as well. So +1 to the hit rolls now on these Rubric Marines. Then Temporal Manipulation. We're going to try and restore wounds on the Mauler Fiend. If that goes off, it doesn't. So it's a 6 required. I really would like to put some wounds back onto that Mauler Fiend. We'll use our Gaze of Fate now. A 4+ would be useful. There's a 6, so it becomes an 8. Here comes the deny, yeah. No. It's now the temptation to re-roll the 2.
I've only got 1 command point left.
Gaze of Fate's used up.
Let it go.
Okay, so letting that one go. Gaze of Fate comes off. And so D3 wounds restored onto the Mauler Fiend. It's 2 more wounds put back on. So back up to 8 here. That actually puts him back into a healthy bracket here for damage, so that fluff can come off and the Mauler Fiend's in a better shape. Yeah, I'm going to play a command point, or use a command point for the Great Sorcerer. I'm going to cast Smite and play another Psychic power. So here comes Smite now from Chicken Wing. It's going to go on that drone. It goes off on a 7. So you might want to block this one or not. No, it's going to let it go through. D3 mortal wounds. Just the 1 mortal wound, and it can be blocked on a 5+. Okay, 1 mortal wound caused. Down to 9 wounds left on the closest drone. Going to play Glamour of Zinch. This is Beaker now. So Glamour of Zinch is going to go onto the Mauler Fiend. If that goes off, it'd be -1 to the hit rolls. It's a 7 required. It does go off on an 8.
Which Mauler Fiend?
So this Mauler Fiend here, potentially -1 to hit him. And that'll be for close combat. Yeah, any rolls that are made. So close combat and for shooting. Just to try and protect this Mauler Fiend. Going to try and deny it. So we rolled an 8, so 9 required here. No, okay, not blocked. We'll then play Infernal Gaze. Now at range 24, we'll put that onto the Demon Prince here, the floating one. It goes off, 5 required. 3 dice need 4 pluses. Yes, 2 mortal wounds caused here. He'd be disgustingly resilient on 5 pluses. Double 6 defiance here. Okay, well done. All right, so that's blocked. All right, so we'll go for diabolic strength here for him. Just checking the rules. It has been FAQ. Because these have arrived by deep strike, I can't warp time those just there. So we're going to go for diabolic strength instead. Needing 5. So no, that does not go off. We'll leave the Mortal Fiend as he is. Next one to play will be Smite, which will go straight ahead here. Oh, it perils. Now that's why I was saving the command reroll for that. We'll command reroll this one. Becomes a 1. So Smite still goes off.
I'll try and do that.
Here comes the deny.
Yeah.
Blocks on a 10. Good roll. So 2 more Psychics can enter play here. It's the Aspiring Sorcerers from each of these squads. Tzeentch's Firestorm will play first. Needing a 7. And we'll cast it onto the Demon Prince here, the big man himself. So needing a 7. Die doesn't go off. That would have been 9 dice. Needing 6s for mortal wounds. And we'll play Doombolt. This is very unlikely to go off here. It's a 9 required. We'll put it straight ahead into this unit just here. And a unit within 18, invisible. D3 mortal wounds. 18 becomes 24. Yeah, no, we'll put it into the big thing. We'll try and strike him on a 9. That doesn't go off either. Alright, so 2 failed psychic powers just there. So it's psychic powers complete here. I think all that's left is Ahriman himself. Alright, we'll go for Treason of Tzeentch. It's unlikely for it to go off, but we'll give it a go from Ahriman here. So it's a warp charge value of 8. It goes off. It's 7 plus 1 because it's Ahriman. So Treason of Tzeentch goes off. We're going to focus in on Tidus and try and convert him over to Tzeentch here, if possible. So we need to try and... Oh, you might want to try and deny that, will you?
Okay. You still my denies.
Okay, so it goes off. I roll 2d6. I have to be greater than your leadership. Your leadership's 9. It's only a 10. This is very, very unlikely. You're okay. It's a 7. Okay. Tried to convert him over, but it's not worked. Okay, so that's that one done. We've got 2 others here, Infernal Gateway and Gift of Chaos, then of course Smite is another option. So yeah, we'll go for Infernal Gateway here, nearest enemy model, so it's going to be this drone just here. It's an 8 for this to go off. It's a 7, but it becomes 8 because of Ahriman here, +1 to the rolls. So it's D3 mortal wounds on that model, and it'll be D3 mortal wounds on him because he's within 3 inches. So the front one takes a mortal wound, so 5 plus to ignore. No, and D3 mortal wounds behind. 2. And no, alright, so 1 wound there and 2 wounds on the one just behind there. We'll then play Smite as well, dead ahead. Goes off on a 5, becomes a 6. So do you want to run out of denial, so we'll roll up our mortal wounds. 2 more mortal wounds on the front drone, 5 pluses to ignore. And no, okay, so 2 more wounds caused on the drone. So I haven't destroyed any of those this turn. Damage coming through, but not enough to bring any of them down. Okay, so Psychic Phase is finished. Not too bad. Number of powers going off. Could have been a lot worse, though. Number of powers didn't manifest here. But mortal wounds being caused and a spread of cards in play now for the Thousand Suns. Now we do have a shooting phase coming up next. Shooting units have arrived on the board, so we'll go on to that phase next. Alright, so yeah, we're going to play Veterans of the Long War. Going to place it onto these. They're going to erupt with their firepower and go into this drone just here. So the Rubric Marine's about to fire. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5... 6 bolters times 2, so 12 shots with them, but they'll be on 2s to hit, rerolling 1s. So 12 shots, rerolling 1s for the sorcerers nearby. Yes, they've all hit their target. Strength 4, toughness 7, 5s to win, +1 is 4s. So it's about average here. I think it's actually bang on average. There you go. So 6 saves at -2.
-2.
Yes, 5 pluses, followed by 5 pluses. Oh, it's a good roll. It's pretty good. Just 2 wounds caused here on the drone. Still wounds left. There's 4 wounds remaining here. We'll go for the Soul Reaper cannon next. They all hit. Strength 5, so 5s to win becomes 4s to wound. 2 come through, -3, but you can take a 5+ invuln. That's 6 damage each. No, I'm joking. It's just 1 damage at a time. So 5 pluses. No, 2 more wounds caused, and that's all the firepower that can come from that unit. Okay. All right, so Terminators on this flank. I'm going to go for this unit just here. I'm going to go for the Hellfire Missile Rack. Going to try and pick off the last 2 wounds on that drone, and everything else is going to offload into Sergeant Barnacle and his lads. So 3s for hits, rerolling 1s because of Disco nearby. So he helps out a little bit. Just removing these misses from play. There's a good few actually. B5s to wound because of the toughness 5. Yeah, 3. Okay, at -2.
5s to save.
5 pluses, and then 5 pluses again. We'll take a fair bit of effort to bring these down. It saved another one. Okay, so just one of Sergeant Barnacle's lads drops to the floor. Okay, and then the Soul Reaper cannon into them. That one's missed. 3s to wound, because it's no, 4s to wound, strength 5, toughness 5. So just 1 wound comes through at -3, so 6 up save. No, and then a 6 up to block, or 5 plus to block. It does pretty good, and then that's the Hellfire Missile Rack. Reroll this one, just the 1 hit. Strength 8, it does wound, -2, so 5 plus. No, D3 damage, 2 wounds. This could be enough unless the 5's rolled. I knew it. Well done. 1 wound left. Okay, well played. So 1 wound left on that drone. I'm just going to rinse and repeat here. So Hellfire Missile Rack again is going to go after that drone, and then the firepower here against the Plague Marines. So try and pick off the drone here. 1 hit. That's rerollable. Still 1 hit. 3s for a wound. The wound does come through. It's -2. Not blocked. D3, it's 3. Surely the drone is finished. Gone. Alright, so drone removed from play. That's the closest one, just with 1 wound remaining. Doesn't detonate. Okay. 16 shots now with the Inferno Combi Bolters. Loads of 2s, which we can't do anything about. There's a 1 that can be re-rolled, which has hit. 5 wounds. 1, 2, 3 at -2. So 5 plus to save, and 5 plus to ignore. There's a 6, 1's gone off table. Okay, 1 more of Sergeant Barnacle's lads picked off. And finally the Soul Reaper cannon. 2 hits, it's a cock dice, 3 hits. 1 wound comes through, and it's -3. Not blocked, and 5 plus to ignore. Okay, 1 more picked off just there. Okay, and that actually marks the end of the shooting phase here. Both of us are saying, expecting those Plague Marines to go down, but they haven't. There's 4 of them still remain, so I'm still in pretty good shape. End of turn shooting here for the Thousand Suns on turn 2. Both sides still yet really to get fully engaged here, and this game's difficult to call at this stage. Some games are over by turn 2 or turn 3, but there's still plenty to take place here in this fight for sure. We're going to charges and Overwatch next for the Thousand Suns on turn 2. Alright, so charges have taken place. The 2 units of Zangors have converged in, so too has the Demon Prince. But remember, these are the souped up Poxwalkers here, so they're on toughness 5. So it's going to take a fair bit to chew through them, but we'll do the best that we can. Terminators have elected not to charge. We're happy to hold back. Don't want to get too close to these characters here for the Death Guard. They can cause trouble. Then around here, Thousand Suns breaking in on this flank. This smaller fiend only rolled a 4, so I've had to tuck him into this unit of Poxwalkers. Zangors rolled a 10 for their charge, and we reckon if they pile in and possible consolidation might be able to cause trouble here once again for the Blight Haulers, but we'll see. We'll go on to combat resolution next. So it's the chargers that need to go first. Yeah. So we're just discussing this situation here. I reckon the Zangors can cause trouble for these. So I'm going to elect to choose these first. I'm going to pile into here. I'm not going to go into base contact, just within an inch, just tuck in to about half an inch away. And then when consolidation comes with that model, I can tuck it in between here. As long as I end up closer to him, I will still be within an inch of this, and then that's going to cause the disruption. I reckon that's the way the rules work here. I can't fight against those because I didn't declare them as a charge, but I can consolidate into them with an inch, at least. But you'll still get to fight them. You might be able to nip them and take them out possibly that way, maybe. So, but once again, these are being harassed here. Can't take them out with shooting or close combat, but can disrupt their firepower here to try and stop them from shooting. So desperate stuff here from the Thousand Suns, but reckon we might be able to tap these out this turn. But we'll make a piling move with this unit as angles first of all. Alright, so 13 attacks here in total with these. In 3s. It's a terrible roll. Absolutely atrocious from the Zangors. Enthusiastic to get into combat, but not too effective. Will be 3s to wound though. And 3 wounds have come through. So 3 disgustingly resilient rolls to make, passing one of them. Alright, so 2 Poxwalkers brought down. So yeah, I reckon I can do it. So consolidation move made. So as long as I end up closer to that closest model, just tuck him in, but it's just put me within an inch here to disrupt the Blight Haulers. So that's that charger. We've got chargers now. No, now he can't fight because Patrick's taken away the models that were near him. I can't fit through here. So he's out of it. There's no combat now for that Mauler Fiends. He's out of the picture. So we now go over to the other chargers around the other side, which is the 2 units of Angles and the Demon Prince charging in as well. So 8 attacks with the Demon Prince. We'll fight with him first. Need 2s, re-rolling 1s. And we'll be on 3s to wound here, fighting at strength 7. Yeah. So 3s for wounds. Those are fouled. 5 saves here, or 5 disgusting resilience is in pairs. It's damage 2 here for Malefic Talons. So, no, that's 2, 3, 4, 5. No, all right. So 5 Poxwalkers brought down. There's nowhere for us to go, so he'll just sit where he is. 5 of those can be removed. All right, so Patrick's taking casualties from here, so we've pushed through. Still can reach here with a 3-inch piling move. This unit is Angles, so they're going to fight next. Need the 3s. Re-rolling 1s. We'll just check if they're affected by the bubble bonus here for the Demon Prince. Yes, they do get it. Thousand Suns and Zinch Demon, so re-roll these 2, which does help. Now your toughness is 5 here, so from 5s to wound. Just the 1, and it's just 1 damage. So blocked, right, 0 impact from those angles. Right, next unit is Angles. Again, they're able to make it in, they've had to pile in. Re-rolling that one. 5s to wound, no. Just the 2. So 2 5 pluses. 2, alright, so 2 more Poxwalkers brought down. Okay. That helps. Surgeons helped out once again. Okay, so just 1 more Poxwalker removed. That can go. Consolidation move. We'll tuck in here, like so. That will do. And now we can pick a combat. So we'll go to this Mauler Fiend here, fighting away. It's back into its healthy bracket. So 4 attacks for that. So no rerolls. Yes, reroll this one. Nope. 2s to wound, yeah, with the fists. The 1 wound comes through. 3 damage here, so 3 disgustingly resilient rolls to make. Squish, he's gone. And then 6 attacks here with the Lasher Tendrils. That can be re-rolled. Terrible, because it's forced to hit. The wound does come through. 2 damage for these. No, okay, squish again, another Poxwalker brought down, but it's a grinding process here, still plenty of them remain. So 5 attacks I've piled in, tapped into this unit here just to pin them down to some degree. Hateful Assault, needing 4s. 1 wound comes through, damage 3. There's just 2 Poxwalkers to try and destroy here. Nope, alright, so 1 Poxwalker gone, and the Lasher Tendrils, maybe, to finish off the last Poxwalker from this unit. They've all hit. 2 wounds come through, so that's 4 disgusting resilient rolls to make. And they are gone. Alright, so that's that squad wiped out. Fine, it takes a long time to destroy 20 Poxwalkers, but 1 unit on this flank has now been removed from play. I can't move anywhere with consolidation, we're stuck where we are. Patrick can attack back here, he can attack back with those as well, and the Poxwalkers up here can fight back also. Yeah, just picked up on the rules. I didn't get Hateful Assault here because that's an ongoing melee, but we rerolled the wound. The 2 wounds that came through with the Lasher Tendrils, they were unaffected. Patrick rerolled those in pairs for the 2 models that remained, and they've still died, so that's everything's correct here. We're all okay. The piling move was permitted, that's fine. Can't consolidate, there's nowhere for us to go, so we'll end just there for the Thousand Suns, but fighting back potentially here and across the other side to resolve next. All right, so Poxwalker's fighting against the Mauler Fiend.
Yep.
So that's his wounds there, isn't it? 6. That's it. Okay.
10 attacks, hitting on 5s. No, hitting on 4s.
It's a really good roll. Amazing roll here. And your strength.
We are.
Where are they strung out? So you can follow them all the way along. Here they go. So strength, the line of them is following all the way along through to here. So that gives them.
So we can re-roll those 3 because we're
in range. Okay. It's a good theme here. There's like tentacles running through your army. So tentacles of Poxwalkers.
So we're at strength 4. There's Typhus.
Typhus, yeah. 5s to win them.
5s to win. Oh.
Just the 1. 3-up save. Passed on a 6. Okay. And then now the blight. So pile moves been made here. All 3 of them. 1 moved across. 1 came across here, and then 1's now within an inch of a model within an inch. So they can all fight here against the Zangors.
3 attacks. Hitting on 3s. You rolling 1s for the imprints.
Yes, the imprints just nearby.
Strength 6.
3s to wound. Toughness 4.
Re-rolling 1s for a plague weapon. Oop.
5.
Minus 2.
So we'll take 5 plus invuln saves here. She passed 1. 4 of the Zangors brought down. Ouch. Okay. So we'll do casualties like so. Morale, they're still alive, but morale possibly might wipe them out. Yep.
And 8 attacks into this.
That's that. Okay. Just going to split the attacks between the units of Zangors here.
Hitting on 4s. 1, 2, 3. No, there's only 8 left, so.
Hitting on 5s.
Hitting on 5s. That is rerollable.
Okay. That's the Tallyman helping out. Okay.
And we're at strength 5. Wounding you on 3s. No. Yep.
Yes.
Wounding you on 3s, plus 1 for blades. Wounding you on 2s.
2s to wound. They've all wounded. I've never seen such souped up Poxwalkers ever in a game here. So we've got some invuln saves to make here. I'll roll your dice if that's okay. 5 pluses. That don't work for me. I was looking for 5 pluses. All right, so that's actually a wipeout, yeah. Oh, the other squad, right, okay. And they're still wiped out. All right, so they're gone. I think the Twist Bray is just 1 wound here. Yeah, 1 wound for Zangor Twist Bray, so gone. Well played. And then across here, it's the same again. This could be the wipeout of my troops here on this side. Interesting result.
8 attacks, hitting on 5s. Well, actually, we've just added.
Oh, no. More Poxwalkers.
Poxwalkers, which means
Okay.
we're up past 10.
Yes, because you've slain those enemies. Well played. Okay. Yeah, just placing models out here for Zangors that are dead and then getting back up again.
So we got 4 hits, didn't we?
Yes, now you're trying to wound on 2 pluses.
So I can re-roll the other 4 because of the Tallyman.
Yeah, so some more rerolls here. We're just catching up with the rerolls that are required. Right, now we've got our hits. Now we're on 2s to wound.
2s to wound.
Yeah, okay, well wounded. Well done, number 5. Looks like the Zangor's going to be wiped out here. My dice are on the other side of the table. Oh no. Yeah, they're gone. Okay, so wiped out and destroyed. Another 3 Poxwalkers could be added. All that effort we made. Maybe Zangors was the wrong choice of unit to charge in here. Should have held back perhaps of our troops on this objective, because it has given Patrick a chance to breed more Poxwalkers and to claim our objective. So yeah, bad tactical move. Checking the wording here for Necrons, you have to, with reanimation protocols, you have to deploy your models within coherency of a model that's already on the board. Doesn't have that wording in the Death Guard Codex, so it's when a model is slain, place one on the board, place one on, and he's able to conga line them along, and has now claimed this objective. That is very, very important here because of secure objective 5 with the wall of priority orders received, and we no longer defend 5, potential of about 5 victory points we could have picked up here, but Poxwalkers have denied it to the Thousand Sons for this turn, at least. Fascinating result here, but a swing around from them. I think Patrick's going to be very, very happy with their performance across here. It's denied a heap of points there the Thousand Sons were looking for this turn. So a bit of a turn up here at the end of Thousand Sons turn 2 for the Death Guard. All right, so turn finished. So Thousand Sons then can't claim secure 5. Not Kingslayer, can't defend, can't claim area denial. Ritual slaughter, yes, we do get a point for that. We destroyed more than 9 models, so a point picked up just there. We'll keep... No, I'm going to get rid of Kingslayer. No, we're going to drop one of these. I'm either going to drop Kingslayer or I'm going to drop area denial here for the centre of the board. So that's worth D3. Never going to clear that. I'm going to drop area denial because we'll be able to draw 3 cards next turn. Yeah, I want to draw the full amount here, if possible. Alright, so turn's finished. So victory points is quite tight at the moment here. It's roughly evens at this stage. Who's picked up first strike? Turn 1. Did anyone get a wipeout? Yeah, I was just thinking about first strike here. It's not been picked up by anybody. Line breaker's still open, and so is Slay the Warlord. I did play 2 command points to auto-pass morale there with the 2 Zangors, just to disrupt the firepower for another turn with the Blight Haulers. Turn is finished. We will now go on to turn 3. Approaching the middle stage of the game. It's still yet to be decided here. It's not clear who's going to go on to win this fight. We'll see what kind of cards the Death Guard can draw, and we'll see what they can do on their 3rd turn coming up next. Alright, so we're on movement here. So cards in Scour the Skies, Steel, Kingslayer, Blood and Guts. Defend objective number 4, Secure 5, and Defend 5. So defend objective number 4, that's this one. And then Defend 5 and Secure 5, that's the objective over there that the Thousand Sons have been fighting to try and control. So the 2 flanks here is where the points can be picked up. And at the moment, well, if you continue on as you are with those Poxwalkers, you'll get Defend 5 here. Well, the game's swung right around. Thousand Sons was set to pick up a heap of points. They've lost out on those points, and now with the Super Poxwalkers, it looks like, yeah, you might be able to pick up some points here now for objective number 5. This is the hot objective that's on the board for both armies. So Poxwalkers continuing to fight, not in combat here against the Demon Prince at this stage. Characters pushing through, so too is the Demon Prince. These Plague Marines are hot behind the wall. Now they'll now get the use of the barricade rules. Pushing through here, this has flamer weapons trying to get closer to the Terminators with the Plague Burst Crawler. Not forgetting the drones, 2 6s rolled for their advanced moves here. They have flown behind my defensive line, and Patrick will be able to flame the characters here in an ambush that's taken place. And then on this flank here, the Demon Prince has moved across. These still locked in combat, but Smite might be able to remove those Zangors from play and then free these up to shoot. And then Poxwalkers again happy to take on the Maulerfiend here. So looking healthier now for the Death Guard for sure. This game's evenly matched as far as damage is concerned and points at this stage, but that could all change here on this 3rd turn. I've got a sense this might be a pivotal turn here for both sides. Psychic Face coming up next. Right, here comes Smite then. It's going against the Zangors. Now, who's going to do the smiting?
Gurgle Grime.
Gurgle Grime, here he comes.
Gurgle Grime.
Gurgle Grime. I said Google. Sorry.
He's a 5.
Goes off on a 6. I'm going to try and deny with Araman here. You're going to keep the 6 or are you going to come on?
I don't know.
Oh, it's a command rear and you've got 1 left. I've got 1 left as well.
No, I'll leave it.
He's going to leave it. 6 to deny it.
Oh.
It's a 9. I'm trying to keep these Angles alive. Right, Smite for a 2nd time. Here it comes.
Probably Gargle right this time.
Alright, here comes.
Angles.
Yeah. It's a 6 required. 9. Oh, I will try and deny with Araman here. It's an 8. Becomes a 9. I've got to command reroll this too. Needing a 3+. No, oh, it's a 6. Oh dear. 5+ to keep with Helm of the Third Eye, and yes, we keep our command point as well. The master at work here, denying the smite, and that's prevented that whole unit from firing here. So Thousand Sons rejoicing. 2 blue chickens have stopped all that firepower from coming through. Blades of Putrefaction. Here it comes.
Need 5.
We'll try and deny with Araman once again, and he doesn't. Because that goes off.
My reroll's been used.
Yeah.
And then Patrician Vitality needs a 6.
I'll try and deny with the Demon Prince. Blocked on a 10. Interesting. All right, real psychic battle here in this game between these two sides. So Psychic phase is now finished. We've gone to shooting phase next. Still plenty of options available. Watch with interest to see what these voted bloat drones can do here against my characters. All right, so the Plague Burst Crawler here, the Flamers and the Heavy Sluggers are going to go into this unit of Terminators, and the Mortars are going to fire all their cross against the Mortar just across the other side of the board. So, D6 shots with the Mortar.
Yeah, we'll do the Mortar first.
It's a cocked dice by the looks of it. It's 4 shots, that's better. Okay, this is good.
He's hitting on 5s though.
Because he moved, yep. Still 2 hits. Brilliant, excellent. Palm tree's just fallen down. It's back up again.
Okay.
3 to wounds, yeah.
Rerolling 1s for a plague weapon.
Just the 1 comes through. -2, 5 up to block. Blocked on a 6. Smaller things will not die here at this point.
Heavy Slugger to the Terminators. Rerolling 1s. 1 hit. Use the wind. Yep. -1.
So, save. Which unit did you choose to? This one? Alright, so a 2-up save, -1, but it's a damage 1 weapon, so all his dust becomes a 2-up. Passed. Just there, okay.
And then the Plague Spirits.
Okay, here come the Flamers. 4 hits. It's against this squad here.
3s to wound. Rerolling 1s for a plague weapon.
Plague weapon, yeah. They're all wounded, well done. And the minus on it?
-1.
And the damage?
1.
Is 1. Okay, so we still keep our 2-up armour save here. So we pass all of them, no damage coming through. Right, Plague Marines next. 2 Blight Launchers, a Plasma Gun, and a Bolter. Okay.
Do the Blight Launchers first.
Now, I won't get all his dust here because they're damage D3.
3s to wound. Rerolling 1s for a plague weapon.
And looks like another cocked dice. Yeah, we'll reroll this one. That's fine. Okay, so 3 come through. -2. Yeah, 4 ups. Fouled with 2. Not so good here. Come on, reroll. Boy, I'm sure I'm going to need it for something else next time. Such as a perils. No, we'll leave it. Okay, so D3 on the first Terminator. Dead. And D3 on the next one. Dead as well. Well done. 2 taken out.
Plasma gun.
Plasma next. Going to supercharge.
He's going to supercharge. Hit on 3s.
Yeah, no, get into fight. It's just a question that the 2 shots, but it's a rule there for the Death Guard. Rapid fire weapons get to fight at 18 inches.
18 inches.
Twice. Brilliant. Okay, so 2 shots come through. It's fine.
It was just a 1 hit.
Yes.
1 wound. It's 2s to wound. Yeah.
Yeah, wound comes through. Damage 2. Okay, so we'll go for a 5+ invuln save. No. Another 1 gone. We'll lose the... We'll keep the Hellframer Sorax. So sorry, Buchanan's gone. Good play.
A humble bolter. Miss.
2 misses with the bolter. All right. Good return firepower coming though, back from the Plague Marines. Okay, so onto these drones now. This one's going to go into Beaker. You're after. Okay, so that's this one firing here. 2d6 hits. That's very good hit. So 9 hits. Here, Patrick will be happy enough with that. 3s to wound. We don't get all his dust with these.
Rerolling 1s for a plague weapon.
Oh, this is very good.
Yeah.
Really good.
8 saves.
8 saves to make here. At -1.
-1.
Okay, so -1. 4 pluses. Yeah, we are still alive here with 2 wounds remaining, 5 saves made, but one of the sorcerers has taken serious damage. Yeah. So here it comes. It's going to go into Beaker again. We want to try and bring one of these down if possible. With the other drone firing through, yeah.
D6.
9 hits. I think Beaker's going to go. Powers that we'll lose will be Infernal Gaze and Glamour of Zinch here. This is the powers that we could lose if he goes.
3s to win. You're rolling 1s.
Another 8. We're gone. Surely we're no more. 4 pluses, I'm going to roll these up one at a time. No, he's died. He's died. Oh, it's all gone wrong. He's gone. Beaker's removed. But good play. Good ambush hit. Psychers removed from play here. That's the key to defeating this Thousand Suns force, is to get rid of those Psychers. Beaker is no more. That is actually it for shooting here. Blight Haulers can't shoot because they're locked in combat, and that is the end of the shooting phase. We're going to charges and overwatch. Definitely some charges to take place here. We'll go on to that phase next. Okay, so charges taking place. 1 charge has occurred here. starting to sense that the Death Guard may be edging ahead slightly here. A charge has taken place. Dim Prince has gone in against the Zangors and also against the Mauler Fiends. 6 wounds to try and pick up. It is possible to try and bring him down. You're armed with Malefic Talons upgraded. Yeah, okay, no, this is quite possible here. All right, so charges are complete, so we'll now go on to combat resolution here. So this is one that's charged 7 attacks.
7 + 1 for Hateful Assault.
Hateful Assault, yes, of course. Okay, and then Death to the False Legion. No. Okay, no, we'll go for 8 attacks here, 2s to hit, rerolling 1s. It's going to get the hits.
Yeah.
All the hits have come through, and it's going to be 4s for wounds. I think you've done this here. It's a very good roll.
It's not bad.
It's not a plague weapon.
Nope.
No, alright, 5 wounds have made it through. What we're going to rely on now is our 5+ invuln save to try and save us. 5 saves of 5+. Oh, that is exactly what we needed. 2 wounds left. Oh boy. Alright, we're in a sorry state though. We're not going to get as many attacks. Our strength's dropped down, but we're still alive. That's the key. All 3 Mauler Fiends still in play at this stage. Okay, so we'll go on to, you can pick a combat now. So fighting with these, with the Poxwalkers, or there's the Poxwalkers across the other side fighting as well. So various options to go for. Poxwalkers, alright, so we'll calculate our attacks. Looks like 10 again, unless there's a bit of a piling move. Okay, so we're going to increase some attacks coming through here. The tentacle moves across in this direction here. Okay, so off they go. Stretched all the way across the board. So now we're looking at, looks like 12 attacks now against the Mauler Fiend. Or against the Zangor model here. I'd imagine you're probably going to put them into the Mauler Fiend here. So this isn't over yet. There's 2 wounds to pick up here. 14 attacks with the 7 that are just about in range. So
hitting on 4s. You rolling because the tallyman just there.
Oh, within 6. Yeah, okay, got it. Running along there. Within 7. Yep, fine. No, this is quite doable here. Smaller Fiend's not out of the woods yet. There's a good few misses here, but still the hits have come through, and the wounds will be 5s to wound. So there's 4.
Oh, hang on. No, because Typhus is now out of range. 6s to wound.
Oh, 6s to wound. Just 2 have made it through. 3+. Oh no. 3+. Come on. Ah! I haven't used the command reroll yet. Fight phase, have I? No. Alright, here it comes. My last command reroll. Yeah. No, it's a 2. Right, blow up. Oh, it almost did. Ah, I can't believe that. Poxwalkers again. Surely unit of the game here. They've performed so well in this fight. They've taken off the last 2 precious wounds on this Mauler Fiend. It has been destroyed. What a result. Alright, so Patrick can make his piling moves, or consolidation moves. But well played. That's an excellent result there. That's tipped the game in your favour. It must be in your favour now with the loss of one of the Mauler Fiends. But the game's far from over yet. Still plenty of resources for both sides. So Thousand Suns now can fight back with one of their units. So fight with the Zangors. Going to put 5 attacks into that Demon Prince, needing 3s. And then needing 5 wounds. There's a wound come through. -1.
3 up. Nope, 4 up.
4 up. Got a wound and disgustingly resilient. Come on. Oh, yes, we did. We've wounded him here. Hacked off a piece of tentacle before we're brought down. All right, so now it's Death Guard unit to fight back next. So Polite Haulers making their attacks now.
Yeah, hitting on 3s. Still within 6.
So, well, your other Demon Prince.
Just about. Oh, yeah. Oh,
so, yeah, got 2 Demon Princes now for reroll 1s. This is a very good roll. Exceptionally good roll. And 3s to wound.
Rerolling 1s for a plague weapon.
This is excellent. Oh, Zangors are long gone. I roll 5 dice here, even 5s. Nope, so they are wiped out as well. So 4 attacks here, fighting with a Mauler Fiend against the Poxwalkers. Reroll that one. The Demon Prince nearby. 2s to wound. They're all wounded. So groups of 3 here, needing 5 pluses before we can bring these Poxwalkers down.
Groups, is it?
Yeah. So first one, no. Next one, no. And the last one, no. And then we'll go for the Lasher Tendrils Got 5 dice. I need to hit 6, so I'll roll another one. Yes, they've all hit. 3 to wound. They've all wounded, and I'll re-roll this one here because it's... Nope, that's failed. So 5 in total. 5 pairs of 2. That's a brilliant round here from the Mauler Fiend.
1,
2, 3, 4, and 5. Almost. No, it's 5. Another 5 gone. Right, so fighting back would be 5s, but it's 6s here for Glamour of Zinch. 3 hits come through.
It's rerollable because of the tally man.
So it's just dropped out the 5s there from the part here because they can't be re-rolled. And there's no 6s come up. Okay. And the strength is 4.
5 of them. Yeah, no, because we didn't get Protest and Vitality, so 4.
That's 5. 5s to win then.
5s to win plus 1 for Blades, so it's 4s.
1 comes through. 3 up save. Yes, on 6. Okay. So that's combat's resolved here across the board. So Patrick can trade in cards here if any have been achieved.
So secure 5.
Yeah, defend 5 do you have as well?
No, I drew that on this turn.
Right, so yes, you need to hold it on mine. So I need to clear those off, otherwise it'll be 2 points being picked up on the Thousand Suns turn coming up next.
Blood and Guts we go.
Destroying unit, yes.
Fight
phase, well done. Points coming in here, this is good.
Scale size, no, but we did kill a character, which is part of the mission.
Yes, you did. So, we'll roll up here. This is not good here. 1 or 2, it's at this end. So 3. Kingslayer is removed from play. Thousand Suns have lost that one. Okay, well remembered, yeah, that's one of the special rules here for this mission. Alright, so I've got morale to do here to finish off the turn. 6, that is not good. We will lose a Terminator model. Oh, come on, reroll. Yeah, I'll use up the last dice here. We've now passed morale, but I've now lost all of my command points, and you have 1 left. One left. Okay, right. At end of turn, any other morale to resolve? No. Model's been removed from play. These powers can come off the board as well. The turn is now finished. We'll go on to the 3rd turn for the Thousand Suns Chaos Space Marines coming next. They need a good turn this turn here, otherwise the game could start to slip away from them. Okay, so the game hangs in the balance at this stage. Cards then. Priority was received, secure 5, still in play. Vengeance long awaited, that's destroy an Imperium unit. Defend objective 5, defend 3, and defend 2. So defend 2 is this one. You don't hold at the moment, need to get rid of these drones. Defend 3, which is that one, which is close to the Death Guard line. And then defend 5, which is this one here. So lots of points for holding on to objectives. I think the Thousand Suns need to try and play the mission here and to go after picking up points for these cards. It's going to be a lot of effort to try and wipe out the Death Guard in this fight, but movement's taken place. Restoring a wound here to back up to 8 again. Demon Prince is going to sit where he is. It was pointed out to me here by Patrick that I should have done heroic intervention and attacked with him, but I didn't, so mistake there on my part, but we'll keep going here. That's a shame because that would have been a lot of attacks. And then across here, we've turned around. We're going to try and deal with these drones. Psycho's remained where he is. We've pushed around a little bit here with the Rubik Marines, and Aramin's jumped up and over the top with his Disc of Zinch. Across here, the Terminators have begun a slow advance. 4 inches moved by them. Disco Inferno pushing up behind to grant the rear ones in the shooting phase. And then across here, this smaller fiend couldn't squeeze through the gap yet until we make a charge. It's pushed forward as far as it can. Maybe we'll try and go after that Demon Prince, possibly. So, looks a bit emptier here for the Thousand Suns without the Zangors on the board, but still much of the elite units still alive. The heavy infantry still alive, and our Psychers mostly as well. We're going to Psychic Phase next for the Thousand Suns on turn 3. Alright, Psychic Phase complete. Not too scary here from the Thousand Suns. Struggling with Smite and other powers here. Weaver of Fates has gone off. Prescience has gone off. So that is 4+ in 1 save now on the Rubik Marines and +1 to the hit rolls. Gaze of Fate went off. We used that reroll during the Psychic Phase here. Diabolic Strength, that came from Disco Inferno, that's gone on to the Mauler Fiends, +2 strength, +1 attack. And Smite attempted here, a number of them being blocked, so no further damage being caused. And Zinch's Firestorm we tried to cast but didn't manifest there against Tidus. Psychic Phase is finished. 1 Poxwalker brought down by Smite as well from the Demon Prince. We'll go on to shooting phase for the Thousand Suns next on turn 3. Okay, so shooting phase complete. I was hoping to try and bring one of these drones down. That one's fine, no damage. This one's down to 4 now. That was Warp Flame Pistols, Warp Flamers, Soul Reaper Cannon, Inferno Bolt Guns, all firing through. But a number of disgustingly resilient rolls being made, helping to keep the second drone alive. Then across here, firepower from this squad destroyed the Plague Marines, and then the Hellfire Missile Rack put 3 wounds on here. This Hellfire Missile Rack put 2 more. It's down to 8 left. No, one, you've actually passed one of them with a disgusting resilience, down to 8 wounds left on that one. And then firepower here from their Inferno Combi Bolters took down just one of the Poxwalkers over there. Couldn't fire through against the character because of the Poxwalkers here being closer. Shooting phase is complete, not too bad. Charges, yes, pretty much every unit I have is going to try and charge this turn. Here we go, charges and Overwatch coming up next. Alright, so charges taking place here. The Rubric Marines charged in. They took 3 casualties going in. We charged one of the drones here, just with those flame weapons causing trouble. Just marking that up with morale. They made it in. Then Chicken Wing's gone in, and so too has Araman. Just ignoring the other drone. Going to try and bring this one with no wounds down if we can in close combat. Mortal Fiends charged around 3 inches. Again, a piling move and a consolidation may well put it in contact, infuriatingly, for Patrick here against those Blight Haulers. Dim Prince has charged in this time against the Poxwalkers. Ongoing combat here with the smaller fiend. Failed to make a charge. These charged, took 9 wounds here, but in 2s, we passed all of them. Tried to charge here with Disco Inferno, but failed as well. So 4 areas across the board with some vital combats. This one, not so important. This one here, very important. Very important here. And across here, very important also. Okay, so we'll fight first with Araman. With Hateful Assault, it's 5 attacks in 2s. Rerolling 1s. Okay, those have made it through. Be 5s to wound. 1 wound has come through. Yeah, it's just the 1 wound. It's strength 6, toughness 7. And the save is -1 for the Black Staff of Araman.
So 4 up.
4 up. No, 3 damage here if this makes it through, which it has. 5 pluses, double 6, well done. 1 wound taken on the bloke drone. At this rate, we're not going to bring it down here. We'll fight with Chicken Wing. 5 attacks for him. In 2s, rerollable. We're rerolling the 1s. They've all hit. 5s to wound. 2 wounds come through, again at -1. Save 1, D3 damage. 3. 5 pluses. Save 1, 2 wounds taken. It's 1 attack with Araman's disc, which does hit, doesn't wound. Okay. So now on to the Rubric Marines. So 6 attacks of regular Marines. In 2s because of prescience. They all hit. That's rerolling 1s for the Sorcerer nearby. 1 wound. No minus. Yeah, passed. Yep. 3 attacks with the Aspiring Sorcerer. Reroll these 2. They've all hit. 5s. There's 2. -1.
4s.
4s. Blocked 1. Just some good dice rolls here, saving damage from coming through. It's 3 more wounds and 5 pluses to ignore. There's a 5. Okay, down to 5 wounds on this one. So not enough to bring it down by far. So I think Patrick will be happy enough to see both of those drones still alive. Then across here, we can go on to this combat here. So 8 attacks for the Demon Prince in 2s. Reroll that one. They've all hit. We are at strength 7, toughness 4 or 5 now.
We're on toughness 5. No, 4, sorry.
3's to wound. Oh no. 3 lots of 5 pluses required. First one, passed. Just as you need it. Next one, almost passed that one. And no, alright, so 2 Poxwalkers.
This is the doctor.
Yep.
The surgeon.
Almost again. God, Poxwalkers clinging on here, but 2 of them can be removed. Yeah, they'll take it from that side. I've got to try and wipe these out here to free up this objective. And if I don't, you're going to get Defend 5, and we'll lose out again on more points that can be picked up for Secure 5. Alright, Terminator's attacking now. It's going to be 6s to wound though with the power swords. So that is a load of hits. It's a good start from them. But 6s for wounds. Yeah, 3 wounds here. -3.
6s to save.
Block 1, and then 5s to ignore. Okay, 2 more wounds taken. Down to 6 wounds left. May well be in a bracket here. And then the Aspiring Sorcerer with his 3 attacks. Needing 3s. All hit. 5s to wound with him. Yes, 1. Just -1 for this one. Not passed. D3 damage, 2. Not blocked. It's down to 4 wounds left. Not too bad there from the Terminators. Not enough to destroy the vehicle, but it's now seriously damaged. Alright, so piling move made. We've tapped these out. It's a case of survival. We could be brought down here by the Demon Prince. We get to strike first here. So we'll go for 4 attacks, and then Hateful Assault is 5 attacks. No kind of help here. It's forced to hit. This is a very important roll. And it has not gone well for us here. We'll be on 3s to wound here.
Strength 7.
Toughness 7.
Toughness 6.
Oh no, we're strength 7. Times 2. 2s to wound. I rolled a 1. Oh no. Oh boy. Lash of Tendrils. 1. Without stratagem help, we're used to, well, there's a wound that's come through, but that's abysmal here from the Maul of Fiend, and a save's been made on a 5+ for a demonic save. Well done. No damage at all. So that's Charge's resolve. We'll pick a combat, and it'll be the Maul of Fiend around the other side. Its task is to destroy 4 Poxwalkers here to unlock and deny points as well to the Death Guard. So we're on back onto a normal bracket. 4 attacks then with the fists. No, I'm gonna weep. Reroll these 2 for the Demon Prince, who helps. Aha! 2s to wound, or 3s to wound, whatever it is. Those 2 have wounded. So clusters of 3 dice here, needing 5 pluses. No. Here it comes. Almost. Oh, reroll 1. The surgeon saved the day. I don't believe it. Oh no! Oh, I don't believe this. I knew it would be. I predicted that 1 Poxwalker will survive. Here we go. Lash of Tendrils. It's all over. I can't stop you unless I roll 2 4+. No. So you've done it. You've survived. The wounds do come through at strength 6. So pairs of 2 dice, yeah. So 5+. And then 5+ again. No.
It's rerollable.
It's rerollable for the surgeon, who almost stops that damage coming through. But as predicted, 1 Poxwalker remains.
So many people don't rate the surgeon at all, but he's been
It's useful.
He's been
Surgeon's
so
good.
helpful to me so many times in so many games.
No, it's fine. Oh, hold it right there. Diabolic Strength.
Yes.
1 more attack.
Oh no.
With a fist. Hits. Death to the False Legion. 2s for a wound. Yes. 3 5+. Here.
You're joking.
No joke.
Go on then, tell him.
Here it comes. Oh, I don't believe it. You've got to come on, reroll left.
We're gonna have to do it.
I can't believe it's come to this. Stop! Ah! No! Oh, tried. I tried. Oh dear. Right. Okay.
Like them all.
Unbelievable. There's nothing else I could do about it. No. Right. It's finished. Okay, right, so turns... No, the Poxwalker gets to fight back, and the Demon Prince gets to fight back here as well. So still some combats to resolve here, but infuriating here for the Thousand Sons at this point in the game. Okay.
Right, the Poxwalker, I'll just hit the Maul of Fiend.
Poxwalker into the Maul of Fiend, and misses.
Misses, yeah.
Okay.
And the good Grime.
Demon Prince, yeah, he was charged. He's still going to get Hateful Assault.
Yes, 8 attacks.
8 attacks.
Re-rolling ones. Because he is a Demon Prince.
Yeah. All hit except 1. And then Strength 7, Strength 6, Strength 7.
Strength 7.
Force to wound.
Ooh.
Okay. Just the 1. -2. Let's take a 5 up save. No, and that'll be 2 damage coming through. Blight Haulers, they can all fight here. One's within an inch, the other 2 within an inch of a model within an inch. So they can all fight.
3s, reroll 1s with the Demon Prince.
They've all hit.
Strength 6, 5s to wound.
5 to wound, yeah. There's 2.
2 rerolling 1s for a plague weapon. Just 2. -2.
Failed. And it's 1 damage at a time. Okay, down to 8 wounds left. Smaller Fiend's still in pretty good shape, but it's taken some damage and it's failed in its task. The drones here can fight next. So 2 attacks going into Araman.
He falls.
No rerolls yet, and
Strength 5.
Priest to wound.
No.
No, nothing from him. And the Here, the Plague Burst Crawler can fight back. So
3 attacks, hit on 6s.
2 6s.
6.
Yeah, 3's to wound. Still gets 3 attacks, even despite the damage taken.
3's to wound.
2 wounds come through.
No minus.
2 ups. Passed. And that marks the end of the fight phase. Okay, and Poxwalker morale. They don't have morale.
They are mindless.
Mindless. Okay, so that is the end of the turn. Bit of morale to resolve. We'll calculate and see what points have come through here for the Thousand Suns and indeed the Death Guard as well. Alright, so points picked up. 2 points picked up here for Defend 5, so well done. To Patrick here, that's for holding this objective just with a lone Poxwalker. Then for the Thousand Suns, can't defend 5 yet, can't secure 5 yet. Vengeance long awaited, we didn't wipe a unit out, so no. And then we've started the process of defending 2 and defending 3 here with the Maul of Fiend that swung around. So that's all we can do at this stage. Turn is finished. We'll go now on to the 4th turn for the Death Guard Chaos Space Marines. Alright, so movement complete here for the Death Guard. Pulling out of combat with these 2 drones. Aaron, I think, is in trouble now. He may well get hosed down by them this turn. Pushing forwards with the Demon Prince. Titus as well. Tallyman pushing forwards. May well get to see a showdown here between these 2 Demon Princes. You couldn't get them more unique than that. They look nothing like each other here. Completely different. We may well get to see them fight it out. They are, yeah, both with the Warlords as well. So this is should be really good to see them fighting away. Stay in combat here to lock the Terminators down with the Plague Burst Crawler. Poxwalkers advancing and moving out here now, denying us defend 3. So they're now claiming objective number 3. Remaining in close combat here with the Demon Prince against the Maul of Fiend. And these have now pulled out of combat and swept across in this direction. They should be safe. Now, we reckon on the board, perhaps, well, hopefully they will be. And the Poxwalker here is still fighting away against the Demon Prince in close combat, and that is it. Cards that have been drawn. I'll just show you the cards that are currently in play. This game could be decided just on the cards that are drawn. Scour the Skies, Witch Hunter, Kingslayer, Defend 4, Defend 3, and Advance, moving out of the deployment zone. Defend 3, which is this one, and Defend 4, which is that one. Movement's complete. We'll go on to Psychic Phase next. Okay, Psychic Phase is complete. Smite went off here, and Gift of Nurgle earlier as well. Now down to 5 wounds left on that Maul of Fiend. It's in a sorry state once again. Then Blades of Putrefaction was blocked. Miasma of Pestilence
went off on the Poxwalkers.
On the Poxwalkers. And what was the other one we blocked on him?
Putrescent Vitality.
Putrescent Vitality blocked as well. That was Ahriman doing the blocking here. Particularly useful this round. Psychic Phase finished. Shooting Phase next. Okay, turn 4 shooting complete. Ahriman survived here. He's taken 3 wounds in total. It all depends on the amount of hits that you roll up. They work out average the scores. And we passed a good number of 4+ saves. 3 wounds taken, 2 left on him. A wound picked off here from a pistol. And that's about it. Okay, so shooting phase complete. We'll go on to charges and Overwatch next. Okay, so charges taking place. We've got the showdown we wanted here. Titus charging in against the Maul of Fiend. Gargle Rot. I'm remembering his name. I'll probably remember it for the rest of my life after this fight here, maybe. So charging in here against the Demon Prince, the 2 Warlords facing off against each other here. Ahriman has been charged by the drone that didn't pull out of combat, so it's charged in. It does have D3 damage, so Ahriman's not entirely safe yet. Ongoing combat just here. Ongoing combat across the other side. So pick a charger to fight with first. Demoralise us and take out Ahriman. No, I've got no command points left at all.
Start over here then.
Okay, here we go. Attacks against Ahriman. 2 attacks.
2 attacks. +1 for hateful assault.
Here it comes.
Hit on 4s.
A weapon skill's unaffected for damage. We're just checking.
That's correct, yes.
Okay,
so
2 hits.
Strength 5.
3's to wound.
3's to wound. 1's for a plague weapon. Oh.
1 wound comes through.
-2.
-2. 4 up in Bun save. I've got an Eldar sense of doom sweeping over here, but we're not Eldar, we're Thousand Suns, Chaos Space Marines. Okay, he survived. Okay.
See what the damage would have been. It was D3. No.
Wouldn't have been enough to kill him anyway. Okay, just doing a hindsight roll there. So next, Titus to fight next against the Maul of Fiend. Here it comes.
He's got 5 attacks with hateful assault.
5 attacks. There's 8 wounds to try and chew through here on the Mauler Fiend.
So he's hitting on 2s, rerolling 1s for the Demon Prince, and Tyranids here as well.
He's got his hits. Strength
7.
Toughness 7. This is a very important roll coming up here. 3 have made it through, just over average.
-3.
-3. So we'll take a 5+ Invuln save. Ideally want to pass one of these at least. We pass 1. Damage?
It's 3 each.
It is 3 each. We needed that 5+. We're down to 2 wounds left on the Mauler Fiend. It still survives. Next, the Demon Prince of Nurgle. Gargle Rot himself. This is the showdown we've all been waiting for. He's got 8 attacks, isn't he?
8 attacks with Hateful Assault.
And they're all going into my Demon Prince here. Here we go.
2s, rerolling hits for the Tallyman and...
Okay, so 7 have made it through. Strength
7.
Toughness 6, 3s to wound. Oh, and it's not demonic, so he's slipped on his own guts here. Has not got the wounds.
-2.
3+ Invuln save here for his Warlord trait. Pass all of them except 1. So damage 2, so 2 wounds taken, down to 6 wounds left. Alright, so we're itching to fight back. We can't. Patrick can pick another combat. He's going to go for the Demon Prince across the other side to try and pick off 5 wounds on the Mauler Fiend. Perfectly doable here. 7 attacks.
7 attacks.
In 2s.
Rerolling once.
That was a rollover, that's fine. Yeah, they've all hit. 3s to wound. 4s to wound. Strength 7. Toughness 7.
Oof.
3. Once again, we find ourselves needing a 5+ Invuln save. There it is. 2 more wounds taken, down to 3s. Mauler Fiends have proved quite tough in this game. So that one stayed alive. Very happy that one's still alive there. And now we'll go on to a combat to be picked for the Thousand Sons. So we may as well pick this one here. So 8 attacks now with the regular power swords. Rerolling 1s. There's a heap of 2s. 6s to wound. Yeah, 1 wound, -3. Here, needing a 6, and then needing a 5.
5 of Invuln save.
Oh, yes, of course it does, yeah. No, that's fine. And then 2 attacks here with the Aspiring Sorcerer, who gets his hits, causes no wounds, and that's that combat resolved. Now, you can pick a combat, so you've got a Poxwalker here, if you want to use him.
Sure.
Yeah, you can find 2 attacks he's missed. He reroll 1s, can he?
Reroll 1s for the Demon Prince.
Gets his hit against my Demon Prince. Don't the insult here if this comes through.
Toughness 6, 6s to wound. No.
No, okay. Alright, so now you can fight back. Got plenty of options. Double Mauler Fiend, Ahriman fighting away, fighting across here with the Demon Prince also. So fight with Ahriman across here. See if we can get a bit of revenge against one of these drones. Ah, no, we don't want you blowing up. So I don't know if we want to do well here. Full hit. There's a wound. It's 3 damage. It's -1. Saved on a 6. Well done. So that's that resolved across there. We'll go to this Mauler Fiend here. It's on 2 wounds. I think we just get 2 attacks here. Okay, yeah, just get 2 attacks, but it's Hateful Assault and Diabolic Strength as well. So get 4. Needing 4s. Okay. +2 strength. So strength 4 because of our damage. +2 is 6. Times 2 for the fists. Strength 12. 2s to wound. Ow. 1 wound comes through. -3.
You're a 4 up Invuln save.
Here it comes. Passed on a 5, well done. And then Lasher Tendrils next. 4s. Strength 4 +2 strength 6, so 3s to wound. 2 make it through at -2. So 4+ Invuln saves once again. Fouled 1, and it's 2 damage.
Disgusting resilient.
1 more wound added on, but Titus very much alive. Just doing these attacks here. 1 hit. 1 wound, 2 up save to avoid being run over. No, we have... Yep, so fouled, 1 wound taken. I'll stick it onto this Rubric Marine just here. Okay, for that 1 being rolled. So next, we'll go for this Mauler Fiend over here. So he gets 2 attacks. Hateful Assault. 4s. Missed entirely. Not done well over on that side. And then across here, needing 4s with the Lasher Tendrils. 3s to wound. No, strength 4. Actually, yeah. 4s to wound. 2 wounds come through at -2. 5 Invuln saves. 2 damage. One more wound comes through against that Demon Prince just over there. Okay, so everything's done its attacks apart from my Demon Prince. So I'm going to have to separate out some attacks to take out the Poxwalker. I'm going to go for 3 attacks here against him. Reroll this one. He gets his hits. 3's to wound. 2 wounds come through. So 4, 5 pluses. It's 2 damage a time.
Right.
Got him. Hallelujah. Can I take him off, please? Thank you. Yep. She's gone. All right, finally removed from plate. 5 attacks now into Gargle Rot.
Yep.
2s for hits, gets the hits. Strength 7, toughness 6. That's not bad. I know you've got separating plate. There's nothing I can do. So -2. Block 2, 4 damage.
And 4 damage, and he's got 4 up disgusting resilient for revoltingly resilient warlock trait.
Brilliant. Ooh, 3 wounds taken.
2 saves made, so 4 ups for more.
Ah, no, down to 4. Oh no. So I'm on 4, you're down to 5 for 3 damage. Wow, okay. Oh dear, look at this. Real fight to the death between these two. Each with their different powers here, trying to keep each other alive. You're slightly winning this fight between these two. Alright, so combat's resolved across the board. Yes, morale looks fine for everybody, so cards to trade in next. We pick up this one. Defend 2, so we've actually picked up some points here for the Thousand Suns, so we'll trade that one in. For Defend 2.
I've started 3.
Yeah, the process has been started for defending 3.
I don't think I'm not at my deployment entirely.
No, so Advanced can't be picked up.
4, no. Kingslayer, no. And Witch Hunter, Scour the Skies, no.
No, so that's it. Alright, so at end of turn 4, we'll go on to turn 4 now for the Thousand Suns here. They're still in this fight here, but a desperate fight here between these two Demon Princes. A real classic showdown between these two. Turn 4 coming up next for the Thousand Suns. Alright, so on to turn 4 here for the Thousand Suns. A chance them again to try and get ahead in this game. This game's been very, very close throughout the battle. Very difficult to call at this side at this time. So it's made for a very interesting game for sure. We just can't figure out who's going to go on to win this one here. It's very, very close at this stage. So cards drawn, some good ones here. So still that secure objective 5 remains elusive here. But we may well be able to pick it up this turn with the Demon Prince. Then Defend 5, possibly can go for that as well. Defend 3, that's that objective over there, which Patrick is currently defending. Secure 3 has been drawn, again, which is that objective over there. Scour the Skies, that may well be one of these drones needs to go. And then Blood and Guts, destroying units in the assault phase as well. So good selection of cards here in play. Currently for the Thousand Suns. Movement then, remaining in close combat with these two. Disco Inferno's moved across to try and help. So too is this unit of Terminators. Remaining in close combat here with these Terminators. And then over here, preparing to charge, shoot and charge, and protect our Psychers at the same time. Airman has remained in combat to try and block Overwatch. That's movement complete. Wounds have been restored automatically. 1 here, so back up to 3, and back up to 4 on this smaller fiend as it fights away in close combat. That is movement done. Psychic phase next. Alright, psychic phase here, quite eventful. Combination of different smites coming through has removed one of the drones. It didn't explode, thankfully, so that one's gone. There's still one of them left on 5 wounds. Disastrous here. We tried to play Gaze of Fate, didn't go off. And then we tried to do smite here. Peril, roll a double 6, took 3 mortal wounds. Then used temporal manipulation to put a wound back. But by casting temporal manipulation, we perilled over here and took 3 wounds on Chicken Wing. I don't know what the Thousand Suns are up to here, but it's all falling apart at the moment. Then multiple smites coming through. 5 wounds have been taken on Titus. He's got 1 wound remaining. And then we tried to play the one with the 9 dice rolls needing 6s here. It's called Zinch's Firestorm. Rolled a 6 needing a 7, so that didn't go off. Psychic phase finished. Could have been a lot better from the Thousand Suns, but we have failed to do too much damage. But we'll go on to shooting phase next. A bit of firepower here for the Thousand Suns coming up next. Alright, so shooting's taken place. Wound picked off here, down to 3 left. We then fired here with the Terminators across in this direction, caused 2 wounds with a Hellfire missile rack, and that is shooting complete. So we'll go on to combats now. Charges first of all, and we'll resolve these combats. All right, everything the Thousand Suns have is now in combat. So Terminators have charged in. Disco Inferno's charged in here, a bit late to the party, but he has arrived here. Then charged in here with all of these units, passed some saves with the Rubric Marines that charged first of all. So charges to fight first. So Disco Inferno with 5 attacks against Tidus. 2s to hit. They've all hit. Diabolic Strength. I tried to cast on him, but it was blocked. So it will be on 5. Toughness 5?
Toughness 5.
Force to wound. Yeah, 3 have come through. It's -1.
3s.
Blocked. No, it's fine. It's a 6. Passed. Disc to attack. Misses. Hits. Doesn't wound. Okay. No effect from Disco. We'll go now to the Terminator with the Stave. 1 hit. Doesn't wound. Terminator with a Power Sword. 3 attacks of Hateful Assault. He gets his hits. 5s for wounds. 2 wounds come through at -3. 4 up in one saves. Oh, 1's made it through. 1 disgustingly resilient roll. Is this to stay alive?
Yeah.
Yeah. This is an important roll here. Oh, blast. It's a 4+, isn't it, for him?
No, it's for the Warlock.
Tidus is a 5 up in one save.
5 up. No, I meant to say that was disgusting resilient.
Oh, that was disgusting resilient. Yes, of course it was. So he's gone. Oh, it takes ages to get rid of Death Guard, but finally Tidus is removed from play. Yeah, so that has helped the Thousand Suns to some degree. Is it enough? We'll have to find out a bit later on. We'll leave these now and go on to the Chargers next. Going to try and pick off 3 wounds from this drone. Hope it doesn't blow up. Start with 3 attacks from... No, we'll go 5 attacks from Araman. We'll start with him. So they've actually... That looks terrible. They've actually hit. Those are 2 wounds. Because toughness 7.
Yeah.
Yeah, 5's to wound. Strength 6.
Minus?
-1 here.
4s.
1's made it through.
3 damage.
Yeah, it's 3 damage here for Araman's stuff. Past 1, it keeps you alive. 1 wound remaining. We should still do it here. Araman's disc hits and does a wound, strength 4. Regular armor save, there's no minus on this one.
3.
Passed. Okay, we'll go to Chicken Wing. Gets all of his hits. Causes 1 wound. It's -1. This is going to be close here. That's not gone through. It's D3 damage for him, actually. Just the 1, though. And it's 5+ to stay alive. It's gone. 4+ to detonate. This is an important roll. No. Tidy job here. Well done. Sorcerer's the final. Fetid bloat drone is removed from play. That's to be done. 7 attacks then into Gargle Rock. We've only got 2 wounds left here, so we've got to try and bring him down. 2s to hit. Rerolling 1s. Your toughness is...
6.
It is 6. 3s to wound. Yeah, I can't complain here. It's -2. So he takes a 5+, a 4+ invuln save.
With the separating plate comes a 4.
Not good. 4 have made it through. There's nothing can be done about it. It's 8 damage in total. Now you've got to roll for...
That could be a mortal wound, which it is.
Which was
it? The separating plate. So the success.
Oh, that's one of the saves.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I'll knock myself down immediately down to 1.
8 saves. 4 up for revolting games.
Ah, well done. Oh,
He's still alive.
He's still alive. Oh, 1 wound left. I can't believe it. You're going to get to fight back. You couldn't have scripted it. Both Demon Princes, both Warlords, on 1 wound each remaining. Now you can pick a combat. You don't have to go for this one. You can wait. You will? Okay, so here it comes.
Well, no,
no, you don't. I was going to say, because you probably want to fight over here. Okay. You'll fight over here instead. Don't get too carried away. Keep it calm. Yeah, here it comes.
All right, we'll do this one.
7 attacks. God, I bet some people screamed at the screen there, so don't... Keep it cool. Here it comes.
Keep it cool, keep it cool. All right, so Gurgle Grind.
2s.
2s to hit.
Looks like they're all going to hit here. There's 2 1s.
Rolling 1s. Yeah, they all hit.
Strength force to win. This is the important roll here. Very, very important roll coming up. Oh boy, this is going to go right to the wire, just the 2. And it's at -2. So here we go, 5 pluses. I've got to pass one of these or I'm dead. Gone. Please explode. No. Mauler Fiend destroyed. Yeah, you can go. I think you're glad to see him gone as well. I'm glad to see the drones go, and Patrick is glad to see the Mauler Fiend go. Yeah, we're both promising each other to never play these two factions again against each other, because it's a stressful game, this one, because of how close it is between these two sides. But it's a great game of 40k, I have to say. It's been pretty good. All right, so you've chosen to attack there. I'll fight with... Technically, I'm going to go here with these Terminators next. So, Terminator squad leader gets his 2 hits. No wounds from him. And then the rest of the squad with their 8 attacks... Need 3s. There's no reroll ones available. There's a wound, -3. So 5 up in one save. Nope, and a 5+ to ignore. Yes, no damage done. Alright, so here we go. Gargle Rot. Gargle Rot's Revenge.
Have you got anything else to attack?
I've nothing, no. Everything's been resolved. Yeah, we'll get this one out of the way.
1 hit. No.
Okay, here it comes.
Here it comes. 7 attacks.
God. The odds are I should be brought down here. Unless there's a miracle.
Re-rolling ones. Yeah.
Strength 7, toughness 6, 3 to wound. There's a few have failed. 4. So, this game's been painful enough, but I'm going to have to roll 1 at a time. 3+ in one save. Pass that one. Pass that one. It's as painful for you for me as it is for you here. Yeah, it's a 5. 1 Space Marine save. Ah! Oh no! Oh no! I can't believe it. I don't think we explode. Well, if we, I don't believe this. I'll check to see if we explode. I'm sure Demon Princes don't, but God dear. Desperate stuff. Yeah, they don't explode. He can be removed from play. There's a vital linchpin here of this Thousand Sons force. A 3+ save demon has gone. Oh, you've just denied me a heap of points again. I can't believe this. I had loads lined up there. I was about to get to sit on for defend. You can swing around and make contact with a Mauler Fiend. Yeah, or not. No, because that Mauler Fiend hasn't done the attacks yet. So not in contact with that. Now claiming the objective. That's a game killer here for the Thousand Sons. We're about to pick up, secure a point. The Warlord doing it, another 3. So it would have been 4 points. Has been denied us yet again here in this fight. Great stuff taking place, but I thought we were ahead with the Thousand Sons, and now we're on the back foot with the Demon Prince pushing through. But still, he's only on 1 wound left, though, for Gargle Rot. So, at end of turn, cards to trade in.
Yeah, I'm sorry to break it to you. That was Kingslayer.
Kingslayer, oh no, deadly.
Hunter.
As a Psyker.
And Scout and Skies.
And he could fly. I'm gonna cry. Oh dear. This landscape will become an ocean once again with the tears of my frustration and despair. I'm crying like the Eldar here at this point in the game. Okay, so cards traded in. Any for the Thousand Sons here. Defend 5, no, it's been denied. That's now lost because the commander is dead, so they can go into the discard pile. Defend 3 miles away. Scour the Skies can be picked up, so we picked up a point for that at least. Secure 3, no. Blood and Guts for destroying unit. In the fight phase, we killed Titus. Yes. And a bloat drone. Yes, so 1 point picked up for that. So we've scraped back a few points here. We'll keep all these cards in play and draw 3 next turn. So, yeah, and cards picked up.
D3 for Kingslayer.
Yeah, okay, here comes the roll for Kingslayer. Well done, that's well deserved. 3 points picked up for that. And Slay the Warlord on top of that also. So well done. You're now officially ahead in this game. Looks like the Death Guard may well go on to win this fight, but still difficult to call here. Turn 5 coming up. Defend 3 is picked up as well, so 2 more points being achieved here also. All right, so morale looks good across the board. We'll go on to turn 5, possibly the last turn of the game now for the Death Guard. All right, so on turn 5 here for the Death Guard, securing this objective here, holding at the back, maintaining close combat here. Our units are surging ahead in this direction, and Demon Prince sitting where he is, poised to charge and use psychic powers. That's movement done. It's basically heading straight towards the Thousand Sons resistance in this direction. and then ignoring the Thousand Suns over on this flank. Cards that have been drawn: secure objective number 6, that's the home objective, one at the back. Mission critical objective is objective number 1, which is over on this flank. So the Poxwalkers, they made their advance move in that direction. Defend 1, so definitely want to head over in that direction. And then defend 4, again, which is this one over on this flank. Movement's done, psychic phase next. Okay, Smite was blocked, and Miasma of Pestilence was blocked, both by Ahriman here. So no psychic powers manifested this turn. Shooting phase next. All right, so shooting phase complete. Finally, the Blight Haulers got a volley off and they destroyed them all with a Fiend hit very quickly indeed. A few pistol shots coming through, but saves of 2+ being made, and an invuln save of 5+ from a plasma pistol shot as well. So shooting phase complete. Charges and Overwatch next. All right, so charges taking place. In he goes. Gargle Rot's gone in against Disco here. Then the Demon Prince has charged in against the Marines, taking no damage against the Terminators, and that's it. So we get these combats resolved. Ongoing combat across here, and then turn 5 will be finished here for the Death Guard. All right, so we're on the assault phase here. One of the Terminators has been brought down with this assault here. I took 4 wounds from Gargle Rot. I've struck back here and caused 3 wounds with the staff here. Each one's D3 damage. So you can roll 1 at a time. Is 4+ invuln save?
He's got 2 up save for the relic.
Oh, -1, so 3 up.
3 up.
Oh, you might be all right here then. Here it comes, 1 at a time. That's a pass on 3. That's a pass on a 5. Oh no, it's gone off the table.
No.
Oh, it's gone off the table again. Just a Space Marine save. Ah, I said it. I said Space Marine and it failed.
So now it's a 4-up, revolting resilient.
D3 damage.
Oh, sorry.
It is only 1.
It's only 1.
Still have a chance to stay alive. Space Marine save. Oh, I've said it too late. Okay.
These 2 for this operating plate. 4-ups will be a mortal wound.
6 and 5, then I died. I can't believe this. This is terrible. Oh dear, the party's over. Disco is gone. Turn the lights off, everybody out. Clear the floor. It's over. Okay, so fighting on here, just the lone Terminator now. 2 attacks. So it Hateful Assault actually was charged. So 3 attacks, need 3s. Need strength 5 with the staff, I believe. So no, I'll check it. I'm hoping it's strength is +2, but I don't think it is. It is +2. It's a force stave. So there is a save required here. -1. Passed on a 4. Well done. Okay, so Terminators had no effect. Combat to resolve across here with the Terminators. All right, so yeah, rest of the combat's resolved across here. No damage being caused here. The Terminator's still smashing into this tank, but causing no damage. End of turn. Cards to trade in. Now, we had to make a few adjustments here because Tidus died, and that card there, that was secure objective 6, had to be removed because of the character being slain, the special rules of the mission. And I lost the Demon Prince. I removed this one here, which was defend 3. So that's that one removed. We only have 2 in play at the moment, secure 3 and defend 5. So cards completed, any picked up?
Defend 1 is active now.
Yes.
And I completed mission critical objective, which was objective 1, and you did hold it at the start of the turn.
Yes, we held it at the turn, which has now been claimed, picked up. That's D3 victory points. Another D3 here to get ahead. You're over double the points that we have here. I think this game's gone here for the Thousand Suns. Turn's finished. We're going to turn 5 here, but this may well be game over now for the Thousand Suns Chaos Space Marines. Alright, so movement complete. Rubric Marines are pushed across. Ahriman's made an advance move. Chicken Wings moved across, making an advance move as well. Staying in combat with this Terminator, staying in combat with these. Cards drawn is Defend 4. So that's this objective across here. That's why Ahriman's on the move. They're off of Magnus, which is destroy units in the psychic phase. The easiest one may well be to pick off the last wound against Gargle Rot, and then advance to try and get out of our deployment zone. So we are headed off in that direction. So still some points can be picked up here for the Thousand Suns, but it's quite a long way for them to catch up for sure. We'll go on to psychic phase for them next. All right, psychic phase complete. Gargle Rot is removed from play, and we're going to concede because we perilled with Ahriman here, and he took 2 mortal wounds, and he's a goner. So that's just the final kick in the teeth for this Thousand Suns force. We just don't have the resources to try and double the number of points that we have, at least even just to catch up with the tally that Patrick has, let alone the extra points he's going to be scoring here for dominating He'll dominate 4 of these objectives here, and we'll be able to try and pursue these 2 as well. It's too much here for the Thousand Suns. They have burnt out here at this stage of the game. So game over. I'll not trade in any cards. The game will finish at this point. The final score, then, we'll tally that up now. I'll get a score for the Thousand Suns. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. We did get Slay the Warlord, 8. Linebreaker, I don't think so with these. Maybe, yes, these crossing over into deployment zone. We'll check that. That would be 9. First Strike wasn't picked up. Yes, 8, not quite over the deployment zone there. So 8 points picked up for the Thousand Suns. And Patrick has 3, 5, 6, 7, 10, 12, 14, 16.
Plus Slay the Warlord.
Slay the Warlord, 17. 17 points to 8. It is a clear victory here to the forces of the Death Guard. Both sides have been drained of resources here. Both sides taking heavy casualties for sure. And for the first 3 turns of the game, couldn't tell these 2 armies apart. It was very close indeed. The battle dragged out here. Thousand Suns locking horns, but eventually they were overwhelmed in the end. And some of their own psychic blunders as well didn't help. But the Death Guard is the faction, or the legion here for Chaos, that has prevailed in this Chaos versus Chaos fight. Great battle. Thanks to Patrick Darling for coming down. Great to see his nautical-themed Death Guard list making a return. And they have achieved victory here on these desert sands against the Thousand Suns Chaos Space Marines. Great battle. Thanks for watching, and tune in next time. Right, so just discussing units of the game. I'm in agreement with Patrick here. He's saying it's the Maul of Fiends. They've terrorised him all game. You can see the burning tentacles of where they've died across the board, but they proved a menace throughout the battle. Right from turn 1 onwards, they were difficult to deal with. Then, for the Death Guard, it's going to go to Poxwalkers. If used well, and with stacked up abilities, they are a menace as well. Excellent screening units, great troops units holding on to objectives, and for tying up enemy units as well. So Poxwalkers, strategic use of them in this game has proved pivotal. And remember to check out big Bristol Independent Gaming. And if you're in the Bristol area, check out that local Wargames club. But there it is, that's units of the game for both sides.